This Kevin Gates impersonation swept the internet, bro. NBA YoungBoy was incarcerated at the time. I need to find who impersonates NBA YoungBoy. I'm seeing money I never seen before. Man, I'm on Facebook. YoungBoy impersonator got killed. I can't even explain like the pain and the guilt, bro, that I felt. Man, it's something that's kind of hard for me to talk about, bro. Like, and you don't know until you get ready to talk about it, you know, because like this something that I just thought it'd be easy, but like as soon as I start saying it, like all them emotions like kind of hit me at once. So like, yeah, but we was staying in Natchitoches, and my mama met this dude. I ain't gonna call his name on here, but yeah, my mama met this dude, and they dating, they doing whatever they doing. So we stayed in a place called Southtown in Natchitoches, and I used to always hear about this dude named Steve and his brother. Like his brother was paralyzed or something, like his arm was stuck a certain type of way, you know. So they is who we call the cool pop lady. You know, the person that sell popsicles. People say, you know, but in Natchitoches they say cool pops, but most people say popsicles. But they was the cool pop lady. So, you know, you take your dime, your quarter down there, you know, get you a cool pop or whatever. So for the first time, the dude was outside, the dude that was paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? So I seen him and it was like, oh dang, that's Steve brother right there. That's the dude they be talking about. I run home and like, mama, guess who I seen? And her and the dude that she talking to, like, who? I'm like, Steve, brother. So he was like, why this, you know, at the time I'm like 5 or 6. He like, why this baby telling you he seen this dude? Like what you and Steve, brother, got going on? So my mama like lost, like, you know what I'm saying? She confused. And me at the time, not knowing I'm causing confusion or doing anything wrong. He got jealous. That night is the first time I seen my mama get abused. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I seen him push my mama down in the front yard. And the reason why I was saying like it's tough to talk about, because my mama is a devout Christian. Out of all my years, bro, I never heard my mama curse one time. I never heard her say a nasty word. She never missed church. I never heard her even listen to a secular song. That's how serious she was about like her salvation. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of why I am the way that I am. You know what I'm saying? So I seen her like trying to get up and he was just pushing her, you know? And that right there like traumatized me. You know what I'm saying? It traumatized me. So from that day, them never even having a fight or argument, it just went left. Like it went left. Now, like this is a common thing. I'm seeing it every day, like every night. And he was drinking, you know. He was like a dude that kept a beer in his hand. At that time, it was the beer in the brown, you know, the brown lit plastic bag. You know what I'm saying? He kept one. So I'm seeing it every day. They fighting every day. Me not knowing, like I spearheaded this. Like I'm the reason behind this whole lit thing. So, man, I'm talking about, bro, this got so bad until like my sister was pregnant. My sister was pregnant and she tried to take up for my mama, and he like ended up like kicking or pushing or doing something to my sister, and my sister picked up a knife. And you know, I'm small. I'm probably like 6 or 7. So I'm trying my best to do whatever I could do. He swung me on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like now I'm looking at my elbows and I'm like, dang, I'm injured. So we all in there like trying to like fight this dude, and these fights getting worse and worse. And my mama is not really she's so sweet and like non-confrontational. You know what I'm saying? Like even after all that, she was still like taken back. And like every time I seen him, like, you know, I'm shook. Like I'm knowing like, oh man, he over here, they finna fight tonight. Me, like I said, me not knowing this all came from what I said that day. He never trusted her after that. Like he just went, you feel what I'm saying? So
why was there an issue with your mother and this guy's brother?
It was nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was nothing.
It was just all in his head.
But because they all, like when the dude had the accident, I heard my uncles was like, yeah, man, Steve brother, he paralyzed. He, blase. So I never got a chance to see him. Like, I'm like, dang, I want to see Steve brother because that's all they talking about. So when I went and he was outside, like he the one served me that day. Like he gave me my cool pop that day. You know what I'm saying? So I put the money in his hand like I'm a kid. I'm like, oh, I'm in with my uncles. I seen Steve brother too, so I immediately ran home like, Mama, guess who I seen?
Right,
Steve brother.
But I'm saying your mother's boyfriend. So it was just in his head.
It was just in his head.
Okay.
He was just tripping in it, and it just kept going and going and going, and just getting worse and worse and worse. Now he just don't trust her, and she like everybody. You feel what I'm saying? And my pops at this point, my mama and my pops don't got no relationship because my pops is talking to somebody that we related to. You feel what I'm saying? So my mama pregnant while this happened. You know, like when you pregnant, you going through different emotions or whatever. So she pregnant with me, and she ended up like I guess like dumping my pops or like not talking to him or whatever. And he get this new lady that's related to us, but he don't know. But by the time he find out, it's too late. They already did their thing. And that's a common thing in the South. You feel what I'm saying? You might be talking to somebody 2-3 years and figure out like, oh, uncle said, yeah, that's my uncle too. For real. Like it didn't happen to me, no cap. I can't even get in it. I can't go into it like that, but it didn't happen to me like more than once.
Listen,
like more than once.
I'll tell you real quick. This is going to be horrible. I went to a family reunion in Norway. Mm-hmm. And so, there's 150 people there.
Right.
And there's a chick that is across from me on the table, right? And we keep smiling and this is when I'm like 30 years old, right?
Right.
And we're grinning at each other and smiling. But I know we're all related. Mm-hmm. It's a family reunion. She's smiling and flirting. Her mother even leans over to her and says, "Stop flirting with your American cousin." So at some point we start talking,
right.
It was days. Like something went on for days. So we go and she's like, "How are we? Are we related?" And I said, yeah, I'm not sure. She goes, let's find out. We go and we look. They have this huge graph on the wall. So we go. She's like, "Okay, your father and your mother, so your grandfather was so and he was the cousin of my so and so.
Right.
So that makes you my. That makes you my third cousin." And I looked at her. I said, "Listen, I'm from fucking the South." I said, "That don't make you
come on,
shit.
Man. Third cousin."
I said, "We marry our first cousins." I said, "Third cousin.
Third cousin.
We're not related at all."
Come on, man. They don't count. Look, yeah, so
she looked that good.
Right. Yeah, bro. Look, it happened, bro. And like I ain't just saying that because, like some people popularize that. I'm serious, bro. Like that's a normal thing. It happened to me more than once. You know what I'm saying? So Pop's talking to this lady that's related to us. You know what I'm saying? So my mama thought like, I dumped him. He over there in misery. He worrying about what's going on with me and his child. But my dad over there going with his move. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't really tripping how she want him to be tripping. You know what I'm saying? So she thinking like, she gonna go knock on the door and be like, "Hey, you learned your lesson? Stop playing with me." But she gonna knock on the door, your cousin over here. You feel what I'm saying? So now she mad. Like, she got this real hate for my pops, bro. Like, my mama, man, bro, I grew up hearing the worst lies and stories, and it's crazy. My mama, devout Christian, but this is her, like, this her kryptonite right here. This her downfall. Like, this her sin. Bro, she told me some of the worst, and now that I'm older, I realize none of this had no validity to it, bro. She just freestyling. Like she just freestyling, like, just telling me the worst stuff. Like I seen your daddy with 3 men before. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah. Think he all, like she just every day. You feel what I'm saying? She just coming with, because the older I'm getting curious. You feel what I'm saying? This what I didn't know, bro. This the kicker right here. Me and my mama used to do yard work together. Me as a little boy, we stayed in Natchitoches on July Street. And that's a popular place in Natchitoches. That's why I go down there. But we stayed in Natchitoches on July Street, and the leaves used to fall, so we used to clean the leaves up. And I got to do a little sidebar right quick. Hey, I don't know your name, bro, but when we was little, we got into it, and you picked up some dirt, and you was finna hit me with some dirt, and I had a tennis racket behind my back, and I hit him in the face with the tennis racket, and I just seen blood everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit him in the nose, and like blood was everywhere, and he ran home, and his mom and them came knocked on my mom and them door, like, yo, baby, hit my baby with a tennis racket. And, I'm in the house hiding, you know what I'm saying? But I always wondered about that dude, bro. Like, if you somewhere you watch this, bro, I apologize, bro. Like, for real. I don't even know why I did that, because I kicked it off. Like, I started it. He was chilling. You know what I'm saying? I was picking with him, bro. Like, bro, I really apologize for that, bro. I hit him in his nose, bro, with a tennis racket. Blood was everywhere. And this happened on July Street. But me and my mom was doing yard work.
Raking up the leaves.
Yeah, we raking up the leaves. I used to always see this dude come. Like, this dude used to come on this bicycle. And my mama used to just go crazy. She'd get the pitchfork or something and just, get away from here. Get out this. Don't come over here. I'm going to stab you with this pitchfork. I didn't know until I got like 12 or 13 that dude on that bike was my pops. I didn't know that.
Okay.
I just knew it was this light-skinned dude that ride this bike that my mama don't like. Like, whoever that man is, I don't know what he did to my mama, but my mama don't like him. Now, you know what kind of, like, hatred you got to have for somebody to have all them encounters and not once tell me, like, that dude is your dad.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I really didn't, like, having a dad wasn't even, like, a real thing. Like, that was something, like, I had to, like, find out about. I started discovering it, like, when I started getting friends, like, your dad, that's your daddy. Oh, I'm like, damn, I wonder why he got one. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing, quick sidebar, same thing with middle names. I did not know you were supposed to have a middle name. My homeboy, his name Antonio Shannon, right? We at the award ceremony, and we both got honor roll. So he got his certificate. They called him up. He got his certificate, and his certificate had Antonio Lewis Shannon. And I was like, bro, who is Lewis? And he was like, that's my middle name. And I'm looking at mine. I'm like, dang, they left my middle name off. You know what I'm saying? So I get home. I'm like, mama, what's my middle name? You ain't got name. You ain't got no middle name. I'm like, huh? I'm like, everybody got middle. People had it on their certificate. Why I don't got no middle name? I don't know, but I was in pain. I forgot. I'm like, what? You forgot? Yeah, boy, I was hurting. You know how big your head was? You was a 10-pound baby. I was whoop, whoop, whoop. I wasn't thinking about that. And I'm like, bro, like, I really did have a moment after that, like, man, how you gonna forget? You can't really love me. You forgot to give me a name. I'm out here, name just Jermaine Williams. You feel what I'm saying? And now, like, as a grown man, bro, when I'm giving my name to people, they be like, no, your full name, like Jermaine Williams. Listen, sir, if you're not proud of your middle name and something that you don't like, you still have to share it with us for these purposes. And I'm like, no, my name is like Jermaine Williams. You feel what I'm saying? I always run into that, bro. But yeah, but I didn't, having a dad was something I found out about like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my granny, Bessie Carter. But her and my daddy had a relationship. Her and my daddy was cool. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. My daddy and my grandma was cool. They got along. Him and my mama just didn't get along. And that made her hate my daddy even more. Because my granny will always be like, yeah, she moved over there. She stay over here. You know what I'm saying? Or she doing this. He can always pull up on my granny and get the information. You feel what I'm saying? So when I was like 13, Me and my granny was at this store in Natchez called McFarland. You know what I'm saying? Go down to McFarland. But I seen him walk in the store. I didn't recognize that he was the dude from the bike because now he had a jerry curl, long, had the bill with the paper. You know what I'm saying? He walking in the store. My granny was like, Jermaine, that's your daddy right there. And I'm like, what? She was like, yeah, that's your daddy. Go in the store. Go in there. That's your daddy right there. So I walked in the store. He gave me a hug. He just stared at me. Like, this is my first time ever, like, touching him or being close to him. You know what I'm saying? He just staring at me. I'll never forget. He had $1.25 in change. And the lady tried to give him the change, and he was just doing me like that's you. So at this time, bro, like, we so broke. Man, bro, listen. I don't feel like it's another family in America that was as broke as us, bro. When I say broke, I don't, and see, we got to get this together. We got to get this in a proper context because it's levels to broke. Like, it's levels to broke, and people be thinking they broke, and you not broke. You don't even know what broke is, and I just got to say it just like that. You don't know what being broke is about because I done had partners complaining about they don't like the kind of juice they mama buy. And they didn't even understand, boy, I sell my soul for that juice. Like, I sell my soul for a gallon of juice. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what that was.
Water.
When that's on. When the water was on. Like, this ain't no cap, bro. Like, we was so broke. It used to be like a surprise when, like, if you flick the light and it come on, you know what I'm saying? Me and my sister be like, the light's on. Like, what happened? Like, who did this? Like, the light's on in here, you know what I'm saying? Twist the water, come on, like, you open the ice box, you see something in there. Like, we whispering, like, what's going on? Some chicken in the ice box. Who it's for? I don't know. Like, that's how broke we were. Bro, it's field trips that costed $1. Mm-hmm. I missed them all. I didn't, I swear to God, bro. I missed them all. It was $1. I remember I bought, shout out to my neighbors, Mac Hudson, bro. Like, he like the dude in the neighborhood. Like, he a real father. He take care of everybody. He makes sure everybody's straight. Even if you ain't in his household, like, he just hold everything down. Shout out to Mac Hudson. But I remember my mama borrowed like I think like $5 from them and gave me $1 to go on the field trip. Feel what I'm saying? It's just how broke we was. That night, she baked some biscuits and like did like some ground meat to make me something like a sandwich because that's what kids took. But we didn't have like bread and like, ham or whatever. So she kind of like got some ingredients and made me a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I got teased. Like, I'm coming with the plastic bag with the, like the my version of a sandwich, and everybody like, what's that? Ugh, Jermaine, what you eating? He got them, So, like, bro, we was poor, bro. Like, I used to fantasize about cereal. I used to want cereal so bad, bro. Like honestly, I used to just sit and think, like, man, when I get grown, bro, I'm gonna get Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, like all the cereal I want. You know what I'm saying? That was my desires as a kid. I didn't want much, bro. I used to like, man, I can't wait till I get older so I can know how like a Snicker bar tastes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want one.
Come on.
Bro, I'm serious. Bro, I'm so serious. I got my first name brand pair of shoes in the 9th grade. I was in high school. Like, my whole middle school year, they used to call them like flow burners or something like that. That's what I had. Like, Walmart. And then in Mansfield, which is kids, bro, in Mansfield is harsh, bro. Like, growing up there, all they do is joke and talk about it and pick you apart. Like, as soon as you get in school, they looking for the flaw. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't used to that because kids in Natchez really didn't care what you wore. Like they wasn't on that. Like they ain't pay attention to your outfit or whatever. So coming to Mansfield, like having somebody looking you up and down, you know. So I in school we used to have to everybody go in the gym and they call your name. Your teacher come and they call your name. You got to walk out the bleachers and go get in the line with your teacher. So everybody gonna get a chance to see these shoes that you got on. You know what I'm saying? Every time I get up, bro. That's all I hear. You know what I'm saying? If bro, I was traumatized. On top of that, now the shoes, that's bad. I'm going through that. They joking. Yeah, that you got on them wild, you got Spaldings and all these, and people probably don't even remember Spalding. You know what I'm saying? But so my mama had a green station wagon. On top of me having them shoes, when we finally got a vehicle, that was the car she had, a green station wagon. So it was getting teased about the shoes into the green station wagon. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really like picked on and teased a lot, like coming up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see me, I got like weight on me because
you got the cereal. Finally did get some cereal.
I got tired of getting picked on, bro. So shout out to Coach Mayweather, but my high school coach like introduced me to weights, and he like a sergeant, lieutenant. Like everybody in the world respect him. Like everybody in Mansfield, like super respect this dude. Like when he come, I cut hair. I cut hair. And I remember one day in the barbershop, he don't come in there often, but like he walked in the barbershop, we was all in there playing and talking. Everybody got quiet until he spoke. He spoke and like, hey, what's going on? Everybody, oh, okay. Went back to talking. That's just the kind of respect that he got, But he had a talk with me. He was like, man, look, bro, you gonna have to like get aggressive. You're going to have to stop letting people push you around and, get on these weights. And I took it to the head, so I just, what I'm saying? I just got on the weights. But yeah, I used to get picked on, bro. But back to my mama and my dad. Back to my mama and my daddy. So my grandma introduced me to him. And I finally, knew who he was. So my mama turned the stories up. Like it was bad, but she got even worse. When she found out like, oh, your granny, I told her, like, Mom, I seen my daddy. Bro, she almost lost it. She was like, what? Your daddy, who told you that? Your daddy, where you seen your daddy? I'm like, Medea introduced me at the store. Yeah, I told her about that. That's why I ain't wanted you to go. So I end up, after that, she made sure I didn't see him again for probably about another 6 or 7 years. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, and I was, because I met him, I was asking about him. And bro, that go on so much. Shout out to all the dudes that's suffering from a bitter baby mama, bro. And you can't do nothing about it. They got it set up. You gonna lose. Because if this, bro, let me just say this. And yes, I'm passionate about this for reasons. For reasons I'm passionate about this, bro. This painful. Y'all be playing with people, kids, women. Y'all need to stop, bro. They evil, bro. They evil. And
build a baby mamas? What'd you say?
Bitter baby mamas, bro.
Never heard that.
Man, that control the world. That can, in our urban communities, this dominates the conversations in the barbershops, in the bitter baby mamas, bro. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Meaning, they don't have the emotional intelligence to like let this child represent what it's supposed to represent. Because they evil and emotional, they start to weaponize the child.
Right.
Like, oh, I got leverage. So if you don't do this, you ain't gonna see the child. Or and a lot of times it don't come out like that, but that's what they doing. But they doing it in a way that if the dude explode, they done did it so discreetly, like they gon', what's wrong with him? He just, I don't know, girl, he just cracking crazy. He just came over here and started busting my windows and knocked over the car. I don't know what's wrong with him. And the whole time this man been begging you nicely for a month to see his child. But now when okay, just say this, check me out. You having an argument, right? Just say somebody come and you got a brand new car. They come bust the windows out, or they run into the back of your car. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
automatically you're gonna have a emotional response to this, bro. Automatically. Automatically, you're gonna be passionate about this my new car. You're allowed to do that about your belongings, but you're not allowed to be passionate about your children. You feel what I'm saying? If you're doing something to hurt my child and I raise my voice, I'm an angry black man and I can go to jail for that. And that can be disturbing the peace. But if somebody is disrespecting your stuff and they're on your property, you know, you got all these legal rights to do all this stuff when it's your property or it's your things. But when it come down to if a man is passionate about his child, they use it against us. You know what I'm saying? See? That's why she can't come see you right now. You screaming, baby. Why you hollering? You all mad and you... This is what I should be mad about. This is my child. You ruining their life. That's why I'm so passionate. And I hate the fact that we can be passionate about anything except for our children. When it's your children, that's not passion. It's anger. It's malice. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And bro, like that's like, bro, I know so many dudes suffering, bro. Like I know so many dudes suffering, just want to see their kids. You feel me? Just want to be able to, and then, you know, like you get monitored. Okay, if you're gonna see them, I'm gonna be down your back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch you, and they can only do this, and they can only do that. You know what I'm saying?
It can't be around your new girlfriend.
Never. Now they sneak their little dudes over there, bro. They sneak their dudes over there. They do everything around the kids and all around. But try to bring. Matter of fact, I got a thing I do on Facebook. Every time I see one of my partners with their new girl or something and they smiling, I come in and say, child support head ass. You know what I'm saying? That's my comment. You go check it. Because I know, like, I'm basically telling you, boy, you think this finna go like that? You on here cheesing with your new old lady? Child support in some way is coming. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, but that's a struggle, bro. Man, shout out to all the dudes that's suffering, bro. They're just trying to see their kids and their baby mama is the real devil, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I be telling people they don't want to believe me, bro. Satan is a woman, bro. Satan is a female, man. I'm for real, and I don't want to get into that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's move on.
Yeah. You know.
Okay. What? Okay, go ahead.
No. But okay, with my dad, my mama made sure I didn't see him again for a long time. This is how we end up moving to Mansfield. Okay. My mama finally got the gall to say, okay, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? So we moved out our house. We went to our grandma's house, and he found out my mom was at my grandma's house. He used to come knock on the door, you know, every day. But my grandma didn't play. You know, she'll wake up, find out he out there. You know what I'm saying? She strapped. She ready to get it on. Like, hey, listen, Barry, you got 2 seconds to get away from my door. And he know my granny wasn't playing like that. You know what I'm saying?
So this is a different grandmother. Because you said he was friends with the one.
No. My granny was friends with my pops, with my bio dad.
Okay.
This is the abusive stepdaddy that's coming to her house to try to see my mama. You know what I'm saying? And but my shout out to my Uncle Randy. My Uncle Randy a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Big old gangster. And this first time I ever seen his gun. But he found out what was going on. He gave my mama a Uzi. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my mama don't even know what to do with it, but it was in our closet. Like, he pulled up to our house and lost it. He like, you know, Ruben, what's going on? You know, he putting his hands on you, he whoop. But my mama know my uncle crazy. So my mama kind of watered it down. Nah, Randy, that ain't going on. That ain't what happened. Blase. So he come in the house with a big yeah. I'm talking about something this short. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, come back in here, do this. I want you to put it on him. Woo, woo, woo. He's showing her how to cock it and shoot it. You know, my mama ain't finna use it, but my uncle just, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's more trauma. Now I'm like, oh, God, somebody finna get shot. I'm in the bed laying down thinking I'm finna hear the gun go off. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how we ended up in Mansfield. So the kids was, like, teasing me in Mansfield, not even understanding, like, I'm really, like, broken and traumatized and hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't want to argue with y'all. I don't want to fuss. We just moved to Mansfield. There's no furniture in our house. The lights ain't on. The water ain't on. You feel what I'm saying? No cap, bro. Might sound sad. I ain't trying to put on. We moved to our new house in Mansfield, right? It was some molded bread and some pickle mayonnaise left on the table in a 5-gallon bucket of water. And this, I guess whoever was standing there left it. And it was like like this much water, and it was trash in the water too. You know what I'm saying? My mama was in Natchitoches working. You know what I'm saying? She'll go from Natchitoches but we ain't had no transportation, so she had to wait until somebody bring her to Mansfield. You know what I'm saying? But we was in Mansfield. You know what I'm saying? She had already transported us to Mansfield. Bro, me and my sister got so hungry, we started eating this molded bread and this pickle mayonnaise that had been left out for days. And this was the summertime. We was drinking this water with trash in it, bro. Like, no cap. That's what we was doing. You feel what I'm saying? The thing about it is, I just felt like all that was normal. I was accustomed to that. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like all that was normal because that's how we was living. Even like air conditioners, bro. Like in the summertime, all the windows up, everybody laid on the floor, sweating. It was hot. I wasn't even thinking about no AC, because that's for rich people. That's for people that got money, not us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to be as descriptive as possible to let you know how broke I was and what I went through. So that's why, man, you got people that came from that, you really can't put them, if they started in a negative to that degree, what do you expect from these individuals? You know what I'm saying? Where do you think that they supposed to be in life? You feel what I'm saying? How do you think they supposed to act mentally? And the world is so sad, bro. Like, if that person react a certain type of way, the jailhouse for all of them. The people that can handle that and the people that can't. You know, ain't that special for you if you go through that and you can't handle it and you get out here and start acting crazy and responding to bro, you going to jail. You feel what I'm saying? Don't nobody care about that. You started in the negative and you know what I'm saying? But like, I just want to be descriptive as possible to let you know, bro. I was broke, bro. Right. I starved. I was hungry. That's why I'm fat right now. Bro, I weigh 320. I'm 320 pounds. I eat I eat everything, bro. Like that's my reputation. People know that. Like, people know, like, man, that boy greedy. He don't never stop eating. Don't even invite him over here. He gonna eat it all. You know what I'm saying? When I see food, from me being traumatized as a child, my mind still says, boy, you better eat as much of that as possible. You don't know the next time you gonna eat. You feel what I'm saying? I swear, bro, I done been with females before, and we're in a restaurant, and I'm just going in, and they like, wait, stop, it's yours. It ain't going nowhere. What's wrong with you? And I really have to realize, like, damn, why I'm eating like that? You know, but I'm traumatized, bro. Like, I starved. You feel what I'm saying? As a child, you know. So
I'm thinking about Dawsey when we went to dinner with Dawsey.
It's funny you say that, because that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder if that was the same situation.
Dawsey, we interviewed him. Great interview. I've known him forever, and we went out to dinner afterward. And I mean, he is just talking while he's eating and just shoveling it. And I was like, bro, I was like, you're a fucking savage, bro. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, we're in a restaurant. Like, what are you? I've never seen this since Coleman. Like, and he was like, I'm hungry. I know. He's talking. I know. So anyway, he's talking. Food's falling out of him. It's like, I've never seen anything fucking like this.
Right. Look, I promise,
and
bro.
He's got tons of money, but he grew up very poor.
That's what it is, because me and my homeboys went to Golden Corral. You know, that's what they do when they want. You know, they'll treat me. So my homeboy Bray had took me to Golden Corral. So, you know, I'm just doing my thing. Like, this is what I do. So this lady sitting next to me, she was like, "Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to get in your business, but you're gonna be sick." Mm-hmm. You know, and I said politely, ma'am, listen, I know how it may look, but I'm a professional. Like, this is what I do. I'm gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? I know it might look crazy, but I got it. Like, this what I do. And my partner's like, nah, he just getting started. You know what I'm saying? They sat there and watched. She was done eating. She was just over there just looking, picking her phone up, sneaking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, real deal, bro. Man, I grew up starving, bro, and I still, that's why my weight fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? You might see me one week, I'm gonna be sexy, looking lean, face skinny. The next week, bro, I'm, got the D-boy stomach sticking out, pants, clothes fitting crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, that's, like growing up, bro, I had a rough childhood, bro.
Right.
It was tough, bro. Like, I went through some stuff as a child, bro, like, but the only thing is my mama just kept us rooted. My spirituality toted me through all of that, bro. Like, my belief and my faith kept me through all of that, because the only thing I had in them time, I always was dreaming. I was always dreaming. Like, broke and poor, I still believed that one day I can be on TV. That was my thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I never not dreamed. Through all of that, we was going through the worst circumstances, but I always felt like I got an opportunity to make it. Like, I can really, I can really be something.
So when you got to high school, like, when did you start like boxing?
Like, and it wasn't really like a class or something. It was just like self-educating myself on how to defend myself. You feel what I'm saying? Because, bro, that's the worst thing for these kids. That's their biggest fear, bro. Getting beat up. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if people understand like how treacherous that is to, and I don't know if I pronounced that right. Treacherous that is,
or traumatizing.
To a kid, bro. Like, when you think somebody's gonna beat you up, in every kid's head, I'm gonna get in a fight and I'm gonna get unalived. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like the scariest thing, like, growing up. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the kicker. You have these kids that feel this way, and you got some other kids that got their feet wet already. And they see like that it ain't that bad. Now, all the rest of them kids that they know is having that dilemma, they fooled now. I'm going to use that against you. I'm going to weaponize it. I said something to you and respond like a person that will fight and defend themselves. I'm on you the whole year. Give me that. Give me this. We in P, pass me the ball. You know what I'm saying? You better pass it, shoot it if you want to. That's what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? With a lot of these kids. And when you got all these crimes, like they're just springing out, you got to understand, we forget this when we get grown. We forget what mattered to us as children and how serious things was as kids, because when you get to be an adult, all the mysteries kind of go out the window. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what's at the end of the tunnel. But kids have yet to figure that out, and they're scared. So anytime you see a kid being bullied or it even look like that, bro, I deal with it. I don't care who kids it is. I don't care who they mama, who they related to. In my neighborhood, my city, wherever I'm at, if I see a kid even look like they get picked on, I intervene. I'm getting everybody talks and lectures. I don't care about that. Bro, I was my daughter had a little situation where she kept saying, Dad, they picking. Like, they picking on me. My daughter's super sweet, bro. Like, she's super sweet. She don't want to do nothing but just live in her fairy tale Cinderella cartoon world. She wouldn't hurt a fly. Like, she's so lovable. And, so, and I ain't just saying that because that's my kid, that's what she is. You feel what I'm saying? So she was just telling me, like, Dad, I'm getting picked on. Like, this girl is doing this and this girl is doing that. Soon as I hear that, automatically I'm ready to go to the penitentiary. Like, I'm ready. Whatever this bring behind my daughter, right, however many years this bring, man, bring that to me. I'm trying to do that. That's how I feel about my child. You feel me? So I went to the school and I'm talking to the principal and I'm like, yeah, bro, I need to speak to that teacher. The janitor come and tell me like, yeah, bro, I just heard the teacher like kind of joking on that little girl with the kids. She's scared of the kids. So she trying to be in cahoots with them. And she told your daughter something like, oh, you must be having a mental breakdown. Oh, bro. When I seen red, bro. When I heard that, I can't even explain how angry that was. So I'm playing it cool. I'm in there talking to the principal nice because I need my attitude to be presented in a way that he feel comfortable letting his teacher come in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a little too big. If I turn up, he gonna be like, no, keep her down there at the classroom. Don't bring her. So I'm in there like, yeah, I just want to talk to her. You know, my daughter's having problems. You know, I'm putting my professional voice on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my daughter's having problems. He bring her in there. I start grilling her. I'm grilling like, yeah, what? One thing I taught my daughter: communicate, speak effectively, look people in the eye, talk fluent, talk. So when I start asking my daughter questions, she was on point. She was saying it clear, like, yes, on this certain day, you said this to me, and you told me I was a liar, and you said this, and you laughed, so she embarrassed, and she sweating. I go off, start calling her every name in the book. I'm in there threatening everybody. Now, the principal trying to protect her. You know what I'm saying? He was like, sir, she already answered that question. I'm like, man, look, hey, man, you shut up. I'm not talking to you. I'm gonna deal with you after this, cause I see this why they behaving like this. Cause you in here protecting them, and you supposed to be protecting the kids. All this stuff going on with these kids, and you worry about it. Is this teacher feelings get hurt? She ran out of the office. That's how much pressure I was putting on her. I ran behind her. No cap. My daughter tell you, I chased. If you ever, all the kids in the hallway like, oh my God. I'm in the hallway like, everybody in this school can get it. You know what I'm saying? So the security came.
I'm sure.
Look, the security came and I done bumped on the security. No, this store ain't no gas. Like my daughter here with me right now, she'll tell you, on Jesus, Bernard, Chevelle, Christ, this is the truth. You feel what I'm saying? I bucked on it. I'm in the hallway, so the security guard, he came nice though. He walked up to me nice. He was like, look, man, I understand, stuff can happen about your kids, but, please, you can't do this. I respected that. Mm-hmm. He tried to do his job. He was respectful. I left. You feel what I'm saying? But like, man, if your child is telling you that they got a problem and they getting bullied, I ain't telling you to handle it like I handled it, because me thinking logically, it's a lot of ignorance incorporated with that. I can honestly say that. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to deal with these kids, bro. Like, that's a lot that, man, they go through a lot. And they aren't emotionally intelligent enough to, like, sort this stuff out. They just looking for an exit. Right. They just want to get away. And a lot of times that's what results into these, into what them harming themselves or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to get out. That's why you as a parent got to tell them, look, this is the way out. This is how we gonna escape this. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I moved my daughter to like a new school that day. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was like $800 a month. You know what I'm saying? I took her down there with no offense, and y'all my people. I rock with y'all. And I used to be white when I was a baby too. But I took her down there with the white folks. You know what I'm saying? I took her down there with the white people. I go check on her school, bro. She in there doing art, and they in there, then Woo sign and expressing their feelings. And Dad, I went to chapel today. I learned about Daniel and the lions den. Baby, yes. See, this is what you know what I'm saying? I took it down there with the white folk. We ain't got no problems. Everybody nice, everybody respectful. I'm at school checking on my daughter, little kids coming up. Kennedy, my mom baked cookies today. Have some? You know what I'm saying? My daughter, sure. You feel me? That's the life I want for my child. I'm not sending her back over there with them kids, don't know how to treat people, picking on her and, doing, I ain't doing that, bro. So y'all, whatever y'all need to do to make sure your kid is good, do that, bro. Send them with them folks.
So I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
This is like a true crime show, right?
Right.
Is there a crime coming up? Is there some kind of a criminal thing? I mean, I'm trying to work with you here.
Man, look,
but
bro, like
you're not. We're not moving. Are we moving towards that?
right, like I
Like-
my first time.
Wait, high school. High school. I'm assuming it has something to do with high. You in high school.
Okay, because
fighting,
high
learning
school
to
lead
fight.
to that. Lead to that.
That's- okay.
You. Boom. So yeah. So in high school, I started hanging with this dude named Kobe Wilson, Chris Rankin. You know, they gangsters, bro. They gangsters. They had like the young kid. They had it on lock. You knew don't play with these dudes, bro. They with whatever. They gun violence. They you know. They shooting up your house, your car, whatever. They fighting you, whatever.
In high school.
Bro, and we 13, 14. These people got
This is
big
middle school. That's like middle school.
And then my partner Kobe, he the coldest running back in the state in middle school, and he still at home got big pistols and fighting, and you know what I'm saying. But me and him played running back and tailback. I mean, I played fullback. He played running back. So that's how I kind of started getting cool with him. Like that fear that I had in me, like, you know, somebody say something to me, I wouldn't, they didn't hesitate. Every day I'm with them, somebody say the wrong thing, they on them. Boop, boop, boop. Every day, bro. Like I was seeing this, so I ended up getting jumped one day. You know, I ain't gonna go into detail, but these dudes jumped on me about this little situation. So I seen Kobe, he was like, bro, what happened? I'm like, bro, these dude jumped on me. He was like, man, let's go over there right now. We went over there. I'm to my man, big old melee. We all in the field, everybody fighting. Boom, 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 boom. Now, after that day, I started getting confidence. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we started working out. We doing push-ups, and cause Kobe, you know, he swole. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like 13, but he looked like 19, 20-year-old. He was big, so he had just, you know, he's showing me how to work out and stuff like that. So now I'm kind of losing that fear. Now I turn into, you know, I'm the predator. You feel me?
Right.
Now it's dangerous, bro. Once you feel that power, you never want to go back to that other side. So you take this further and further and further. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm fighting. I want all the phase. I'm accepting all the phase. And this ain't no cap, because people be coming on these things saying whatever. Man, you can ask anybody from where I'm from. They'll tell you, man, that boy like that. He'll fight anything, a lion, a tiger, a bear. He ain't got no fear. I seen him fight 2-3 people. They had sticks. Like the stories you be hearing that sound like it's cap, they true with me, bro. Like real deal. And I don't project that, because that ain't what I want nobody. I'm too talented to be talking about this stuff I did, this and that. I be leaving that out. But since, you know, it's this kind of podcast, you know, we talk about true crime, talk about stuff, I'm giving it to you. But like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But man, yeah. So I started fighting. Now, everybody's scared for me, my mama, because this done happened in my family. People that on both sides, my mama's side and my daddy's side, you know what I'm saying? Where you got somebody that's known for fighting and they end up getting killed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like, my mama afraid for me, because she kind of done seen this before. You know what I'm saying? So every weekend, bro, I'm getting into something. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing football, I'm being successful, but it's fighting. Me, Kobe, and Chris. You know, and we steady adding on more members. But we getting this reputation now. You feel what I'm saying? And I finally see what it feel like to be on the other side. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, that's dangerous, bro. Now I done got this like power surge. Okay. Now I'm not scared to fight. Mm-hmm. And my thing is now, don't disrespect me. If you disrespect me, it's consequences. That's what I'm trying to live by. Because that's what I've been led to believe. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do. Like, that's what I want my life to signify. Like, don't play with me. Don't disrespect me. You feel what I'm saying? So I end up, this is how this fighting and stuff, bro, like led to me having my first experiences with jail, and something that I never wanted to, I never wanted to go to jail, bro. I've always been afraid of jail. And if you out there, I want y'all to understand this. If you out there, I want you to understand this. It's a difference between people that's afraid of people and people that's afraid of jail. Man, I ain't scared of nobody, nothing. I want all the smoke. But jail, petrified. You feel me? Petrified. I gotta say this because it tied into my whole story as a whole. Mm-hmm. What made me even my Uncle Ronnie that I was telling you about earlier that gave my mama the Uzi to put it on my stepdaddy because he was doing what he was doing.
Right.
I never seen this dude, bro. He went to the boys' home one time. He never stopped. I never got a chance to see my uncle. He was in and out of jail, and I just kind of seen what he was going through. So it kind of put this fear of jail in me. You feel me? This what made it worse though. It's a movie that I know Oprah in the movie. I think it's called Brewster's Place. Oprah plays in the movie, and she got a son named Weasel. And Weasel, in the movie, it portray all this stuff that he going through, and he keep committing crimes and keep going to jail. You feel what I'm saying? It ended up, he'll always get out. She'll be there, cook for him, be happy to see him. Next thing you know, he going back to jail. He ended up catching like a serious charge, and he called her, and I heard Oprah say to him in the movie, like, son, that's it. I'm at the end of my rope. I can't do nothing else for you. They ain't gonna never let you out. Oh, bro, that scarred me. Me as a kid, I cried on that scene, bro. I cried. I still remember. I was at my grandma's house. I used to sleep on the floor. I was watching the TV. My mama heard me crying. She asked me, like, what was wrong with you? I'm down there. It hurted my feelings, bro. It hurted me to see, like, dang, he ain't never getting out, and his mama can't even save him. That movie psychologically made me afraid to ever get in that situation. You feel me? My first time going to jail after that, and now I feel like I'm a fighter. I'm this bad person, and really because I'm physically stronger than everybody else. I done put all my work into these weights, and you know what I'm saying. So my girl at the time, I called her.
How old were you?
At this time, I was probably like 19. I'm fresh out of high school. Mm-hmm. Like I'm going to college at Northwestern State. You know what I'm saying? I was a screaming demon. But my girl at the time, I called her, and I don't want to get into that because I don't want y'all to, I ain't trying to get. But yeah, I called her, bro. You know what I'm saying? She was doing something, and she was doing it so smooth. It was confusing me for a long time, and I caught her by default. I caught her by default because I told this dude that used to stay in this house. He used to stay next to the house where she used to hang out at with her friend. So I was like, hey, bro, if you see man, hit me up. Let me know. So he called me. I'm in the barbershop cutting hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm cutting hair for her. Buy her shoes and stuff and keep her looking a certain type of way, and you out here playing. Anyway, I'm in the shop. I'm cutting hair on Jesus Benoit Christ. Cutting hair. Boom. He called. Hey, bro, I just seen. I take off. It's like 3 blocks. I'm running. You know what I'm saying? Trying to catch something. The dude who I thought she was with, who I thought she was cheating on me with, it wasn't him. It was his brother. So soon as I hit the street, I see her jump out of his truck. You feel what I'm saying? Soon as I hit the street, and I'm like, oh, this was, you feel what I'm saying? And he was way older than me too. He was way older than me. I couldn't do nothing with him. He had like an avalanche, a black avalanche. I ain't gonna get in all that because people might know, but like, man, the avalanche was clean. I even liked it. So I know she liked it. It was pressure. I swear to God, on Jesus Dwayne Christ, the avalanche of pressure. I seen her hop out of it, and that's what kind of hurt me. Cause I knew I lost. Like, man, I can't do nothing with that avalanche. What I'm gonna do, bro? I ran over here. You know what I'm saying? I know she wanna be in that avalanche, bro. You feel me? So I go over there and nut up. I'm over there. Hey, boy, when I catch you, I'm trying to use my, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, he come He cool. He like, man, bro, whatever, bro. You hurt. You know what I'm saying? That hurt ain't worse. You got, you know what I'm saying? When you got somebody that's just laid back and smooth, like, man, you gonna be all right, bro. Just chill. This making me even mad. So I start punching the truck that his brother and his girlfriend was in. So his brother hopped out like, you know, he mad now. He, man, boy, when I see you, I'ma do woo, 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 woo. So in my head is up. You know, like me and him that had this argument. He said what he was gonna do to me. I said what I was gonna do to him. Now, I ain't take his brother as a threat, but I really felt like me and him, you know, like he might try it. I seen him at a football game, and bro, this was one of the worst things I ever did because I didn't think about this. One of my closest friends, one of the most genuine dudes I ever met, bro. I loved him to death. Man, he stayed on the good side of town, and he didn't care about you coming to his house, playing his game, wearing his shoes, eating their food up. Man, I'm talking about one of the realest dudes I ever met. His name is Montre White. You know what I'm saying? He from my city. But like, bro, I had genuine love for this dude because he was one of the best people that I encountered. All through school, he was just always a real dude. I didn't think about the fact that like, this was his relative. You feel what I'm saying? And like, how can I say that you my partner if I'm willing to hurt somebody that you love or do something to him? I wasn't on that at the time. And I still be thinking about that to this day. You know, I still be thinking about like, man, I'm gonna call that dude but he just such a cool, laid back, nonchalant person. He probably, you know, he'll probably just like, bro, you know, that's old. But like, I really still be thinking about that to this day because I look at that like it's betrayal. And I be thinking about like, man, I could have really like hurt that dude, you know, like in a certain type of way of he felt like we was too cool or too good of friends for me to make that move, but I didn't see him in that situation. Mm-hmm. I didn't consider him, but that's what friends do. They consider each other. They consider each other friends. So, you know, I'm very apologetic about that right now as a grown man. You feel what I'm saying? But I see dude at the game. You know, I see him at the game, at the football game. It's homecoming. You feel me? The girl I was talking to at the time, she on the homecoming court. And she was still in high school. You feel what I'm saying? So she on the homecoming court. She got her little stuff on, whatever. I see him. I'm not sure if I want to do nothing because it's police out here and everybody, you know, it's a lot of people. It's homecoming. But I'm on, you know, I'm trying to be on this. He played with me. Mm-hmm. You know, he disrespected me. Yeah. I gotta do that. We gotta do this. You feel what I'm saying? His girl said, come on, let's go on and go. Cause I know how you is. So I'm like, you know how he is. This was making me feel played. It ain't him, it's her. She like, yeah, come on and get in the car because I don't want you to hurt nobody. So I didn't instantly hurt who? You know, it went up just like that. It went up, boom. I end up hitting him. You know what I'm saying? I hit him and I took off. I ran because I know it's police out here. They everywhere. You know, homecoming is a big deal where I'm from. I hit him and I ran. I ain't gonna even cap. I'm gonna keep it 100. I took off. You know what I'm saying? I look back, my two homeboys behind me, they running with me. You know what I'm saying? So we run neighborhood from over there, from in front of the school. We in the bushes. Bro, this how I know I don't want to do no crime and I don't want to, you know, I'm afraid of jail. While we in the bushes, we whispering. We start seeing ambulance. You know, we see ambulance and sirens.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, bro. Look, I'm in the bushes like this. God, please, if he living, if you make it so I didn't hurt him, I promise God I ain't never put my hands on nobody else. God, please.
Did you just punch him once?
I hit him one time, but he fell. He fell, mm-hmm. You know, but you got to understand, I'm bench pressing, you know, 400 some pounds at the time. I'm a big dude. That's all I do. All I do is work out. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell now because, you know, I'm a little chunky. But yeah, bro, like I really thought in my head, I'm like, man, what if he passed? I'm finna go to jail for life. I'm over there, no cap, I'm gonna keep it all the way real. My eyes watery.
Right.
My eyes watering. I'm in the bushes. Eyes watering. I'm just, God, please, God, if you let me out of this, I swear I'm done fighting. I ain't fighting no more. You know what I'm saying? I found out myself, I ain't one of them. I ain't like that. I don't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that.
You're not cut out for it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. You feel me? But the police ended up coming to my house, picking me up. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we had struck like a little deal. He put it out there like through some mutual people, like, okay, if you just stay away from this girl and you know, whatever, we'll call a spade a spade. But I was still talking to her. And he found out, so he went on, pressed the charges or whatever. Police come pick me up. Bro, this was like one of the worst things that ever happened to me, bro. Police picked me up. They put me in jail. And, I'm going through getting my little mug shot and all this, bro. I'm petrified. I'm in a holding cell. The holding cells will run you crazy, because you really don't know what's finna go on. The holding cell, you in there by yourself. You don't hear no voices or nothing. You just in there chilling. This how they do jail in the parish in Mansfield. You go in the holding cell until they get wherever they gonna put you. I'm in the holding cell. I'm waiting on them to come and do whatever. They come and put me in 200. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call it. Like, it got like 200, 400, 600 by crimes. At 200, that means you ain't really doing nothing that serious.
Right.
But the bad dudes might be in like 700 or, something like that. And I don't really know, but that's how I go. So they put me in 200. I see a couple dudes from my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? My big dog Boobo, he in there. So one of the little dudes, and they're like, bro, what you in here for? I'm in there straight line. I'm like, bro, some bowls, you know what I'm saying? They caught me with 2 pounds. They ran and I had 2 pounds on the table. And, they locked me up. I ain't there.
Why did you just punch the guy?
I don't know. I'm just in there I need to feel like my charge match your charge. Like, if y'all did something, I did something too. That's how my mind working at the time. I'm 19. I'm like, yeah, man, I had 2 balls on the table. I had 2 pounds. They ran in there, snatched the pounds. I had $16,000 in cash on me. They took the cash. I'm in there just running. He like, for real? I'm like, yeah, man, they, took my cards and stuff, man. I'm talking about, man, it's crazy. My homeboy, Boobo came, they was like, man, that boy Cap, he ain't never touched nothing in his life. His mama whooping right now. He a church boy. You know what I'm saying? So I laughed. Everybody laughed. Like, cause they was, people listen to the story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But my partner Boobo came like, man, that boy lying. Man, that boy he don't do no nothing like that. It might be some fighting or something. That's what he gonna do. But he ain't doing no, no drugs and no, like, you know what I'm saying? So we in there laughing. I learned how to play dominoes in jail. I met these 2 Mexican dudes. I ain't know how to play dominoes. They taught me how to play dominoes. Cool, cool as ever. I never forget this Mexican dude. I asked him, I was like, bro, what you do? He was like, man, I have a couple of beers. I fall asleep, I wake up, they tell me, I ran over and killed 2 people. And I'm like, bro, now how you just put that like that's mistaken? No, what you did was you got drunk and you hit somebody and it was a hit and run and then they caught you, now you in jail. He trying to play on my sympathy. I wake up, man, I go to sleep, I wake up, they tell me I killed 2 people. Like, bro, but this was my partner because they were teaching me how to play dominoes. You know what I'm saying? I went to the hearing with the judge. She on the little Zoom call. So we going there. I'm thinking like, okay, this how you get out. I'm finna get out and talk to the judge. So she was like, Jermaine Williams, yes, ma'am. Okay, we have you for such and such and such, assault and battery with a deadly weapon. So at that time, I'm like, with a deadly weapon? Like, I ain't even hit him with nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they had me down. And like the report said I hit him over the head with a blunt object. You feel what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I'm like, dang, now I'm getting kind of scared. Cause I'm like, man, it's serious. assault and battery with a deadly women, you know, whatever. He was saying I hit him over the head with or whatever. So the judge was like, okay, you have a hearing on the 30th. And I'm like, cool, bet. So I just got to call somebody. I said, the 30th? Like, hey, what's the date? I'm like, it's the 2nd. I'm like, man, hold on. Hey, y'all put her back on the TV. I'm like, nah, she don't know, you know, today the 2nd. What she mean? Like, bro, you gotta wait. So I'm like, I got a hearing on the 30th and it's the 2nd. In jail for a month, bro.
Did you have a bond?
Nothing. I had nothing, bro. She didn't give me nothing. She just told me I had a hearing on the 30th. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I remember. So I was cool. I told her, okay. I didn't think about what the date was. Me hearing her say, you got a hearing, to me, and me being so ignorant, I'm thinking like that's her telling me like I'm finna get out.
Yeah, you'll have to come back. Like I'm gonna get out, but you got to come back to
something
court.
like that, you know. So when she left after I done agreed to everything, and you know, that's when I figured it out. Like I'm like, hold on, did she say the 30th, y'all? They're like, yeah. I'm like, but it's the 2nd. Like, yeah, well, you guys, you know, stay in here till the, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Go back and
4 weeks later.
I'm in
a lot of
bro, I'm in jail. And this the thing. This the thing. My brother, he worked in there at the time. He worked at the jail. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And like this who raised me, his name Greg Perry. He's still across the street from me. You know, this who raised me. He taught me so much stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? I to this day, he still like dude I got the utmost respect for. But he was working in there at the time. So because like they know like Jermaine ain't no bad dude, you know, he just got in a bad situation. They kinda is not letting me be in jail like everybody else.
Right.
They coming in there like, hey, Jermaine, you okay? Anybody messing with you? You good? You sure? So I'm like, man, they need to stop doing that, bro. But I know that's my brother holding me down, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, I'm like, man, they need to stop doing that, bro. They making it look like I don't know how to be in, you know, I don't know how to be in jail. I'm like, bro, I'm locked up, chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my little time. You know what I'm saying? Boom, bro. Okay, now I'm in there chilling. My partner next to me, he passed away. He passed away now, but we call him Funston. You know what I'm saying? But he was on the phone with a girl. He came back sad and woo. I'm like, bro, what's going on? He's like, man, you know what I'm saying? The girl dog me out. You know, she told me she got another dude and don't call him. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm really tripping. Like I'm like, dang, I want my old lady on some stuff like that. All this stuff going through my head. This is an unfamiliar situation. This what really made me ready to go home. My partner.
Other than this, you were okay?
Yeah. You know, this what really made me ready to go home. My partner was in there singing loud, you know. So one of the guards came in there and told him to shut up. You know, he's like, hey, shut up, keep that noise down. He thought it was one of us. So he was like, hey, you don't like it, burn out. Kept singing. Police, the officer open cell 202. Bro, real deal. He went in there, I'm talking about, this all I heard. You know what I'm saying? He ain't come out for about 2 days. He in there with the cover over his head. And I'm like, dang, bro, that's how it go in here. They can just do that. They like, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how such and such just got beat up for not cleaning up his cell. They came in on him. I'm ready to go. Like, bro, I'm ready to go. Y'all do your knuckles ashy. Y'all don't even put lotion on y'all hands. Beards, naps all in your face, bro. This not for me, bro. I don't want no parts of this. You feel what I'm saying? That experience, though, taught me, bro. Like, being in jail that many days, meeting all them people, having all them conversations. And what's crazy, mostly everybody that I did that, everybody that I met in them few days, they passed, bro. Mm-hmm. They gone. Like they died. You know what I'm saying? So like that was just crazy because, you know, I'm a spiritual person. My biggest thing when I was in there, I was telling people like, bruh, how you ready to go talk to this lawyer and his judge about getting out. But when they call for church, you don't go. That's the ultimate judge. You don't want to go talk to God, but you want to go talk to your lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, y'all need to start, so that's just always been my, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was in there on, like really, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, bro, like after that, couple of more incidents, all fighting. That's what all my charges behind. All of my charges that I ever caught been behind fighting, hitting people, and you know what I'm saying?
So so you go back on the 28th. What happens?
I get put on probation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How much probation did you get?
A year.
Okay.
She put me on probation for a year, bro. Man, and I don't just want to keep telling these stories because that was in my past in a past relationship, you feel me? I ain't nothing, I ain't reminiscing or nothing. That was in my past, you feel me? But I was on probation. They put me on probation. I get out, go right back to this girl. You feel what I'm saying? Go right back to this girl. The day before I'm supposed to get out probation, right? I gotta go to court the next day. I played like a little game with her and told her I was going out of town to my uncle's house. And I popped up. Seen a little dude over there. You feel what I'm saying? Caught a little dude over there. I ain't no hater. Man, I'm talking about real deal, bro. On Jesus, Dwayne Christ. I looked at this little dude. I instantly knew she liked him. Smooth, bro. He was smooth. Then he had a candy red truck. It was candy red and silver parked outside. Truck was clean. I done stopped and looked at it for a little while before I went in the house. I'm like, man, what is truck for? You know what I'm saying? Truck clean, bro. I get in the house. I see him got long braids. His hair he black, but his hair look kind of blonde. Hazel eyes. He's smooth and out clean. He got on a jacket and, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at myself. I'm busted. You know what I'm saying? I got on like a little thermal with some holes in it. My shoes dusty. He reached his hand out, shake my hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, boy, I don't want to shake your hand. You over here extra cute. Extra cute. Handsome nigga, I don't want to shake your hand. You here with my old lady this handsome? No, I don't want to shake your hand. Real deal, bro. Swear to God. Me and her sister ended up having like a little situation. Cause her sister was like, get out of here. You always coming over our house, start trouble. He can be over here if he want to. They cousin that stay across the street, her boyfriend, that was her boyfriend's friend. So it was like two cousins and two friends.
Right.
Feel what I'm saying? So they done hooked it up. So I'm mad at everybody. Cause all y'all didn't had a part in this. Mad at all of them. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Me and her sister ended up having a little situation. She swung on me and I grabbed her. Like, hey, don't hit me. But when I grabbed her, that was it.
That last
like,
day.
oh yeah, you finna go to jail. Call the police, bro. Police came, picked me up. I'm backing up, stressing. I know I gotta go to court the next day and get off probation for this same thing they just picked me up for. That's probably the most hurt I ever been in my life, bro. I'm like, dang, people, we in the little thing, dudes, and they're like, oh yeah, bro, they gonna make you back that year. I'm like, a year? I swear, bro, I'm in there hurt just thinking about like, man.
A year, you mean on probation for another year? Or
no, now I'm finna have to serve this time
okay,
for this.
Yeah,
bro. So I'm in now, man, I'm just, bro, I'm hurt. I'm praying, I'm hurt. Out of nowhere, I'm asking for my brother. I'm like, man, Toot in here. My partner Greg that stay across the street.
I thought you were good. You don't need your help from your brother.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I ain't in all that gas these people be putting it out. Yeah, I did 10. Standing on my head. Man, I ain't finna do none of that. Bro, I don't want to go to jail. Right. I don't want to go in there. And I ain't got no problem with telling people that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't never try to do that, bro. Like, you feel me? No matter who I'm around, I never put that persona on. You feel what I'm saying? I swear to God. man, I'm asking for my partner. They like, nah, he ain't here. He ain't at work tonight. I'm like, oh man, finna go to jail, bro. Out of nowhere, that boy popped up. He popped up. I love him because he had a serious talk with me. You feel me? Like he ain't just do nothing for me. He talked to me like, hey, bro, listen, bro. Man, you need to do better. Bro, you can't keep doing, man. You need to change something. Bro, you supposed to be doing this. Woo, woo, woo. He laid it out for me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a whatever, you know. And I don't know how the law works, so I don't want to talk too much. But whatever happened, I ended up going home on a bun that night. It was a different kind of bun. It was way cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just paid a few dollars out of my pocket. I walked home. Feel what I'm saying? I'm lying. I walked out the door. I'm walking, and the police officer came and picked me up. The same dude that brought me there, he told me he'll take me back to my car. Feel what I'm saying? I'm thinking, like, man, should I, you know, I'm kind of contemplating. This was so cold, bro. And I'll never forget this, bro. We pulled back up at the house because my car was parked outside, you know, my girl house. We pulled back up at the house. She had that clean jacket that I was telling you about, that fresh jacket he had on. She had it on, bro. They was standing outside, and he outside like giving her a pep talk. Like we pulling up in the police car, and I see him out there, and he was tall. You know, girl love them tall dudes, bro. He tall with the eyes and the hair. He out there talking to her. He out there telling her, you know what? Like I see him. I see his gestures. He just like. So I'm knowing like he piecing her up. Bro, look. Police tell me like, hey, Jermaine, look, man, get in your car and leave, okay? Just get in your car and leave.
I'm thinking this is a white cop. That's your white cop voice.
Definitely the white cop voice. You feel what I'm saying? And man, I forgot that. I think his last name Snelling. You feel what I'm saying? He cool though. I done cut his hair. You know, like when I be going to jail or whatever, they know I'm a barber, so they pull the clippers out. Hey man, clutching here. I'm cutting the whole 50 people hair. But yeah. But he was like, yeah, man, Jermaine, just get in your car, man. Just get in your car. Don't focus on it. Just leave, drive away. You know? So I can't I get out the car. I'm looking like I can't say nothing because the police watching, but I want her to see my face, so I'm looking at her like, Jermaine, get in the car. Get it. Bro, when I tell you that was the longest drive ever driving away from them, you feel what I'm saying? Bro, that, no cap. I got home, I'm pacing back and forth in the driveway. I never forget this lady, her name Yolanda, bro. Like she like a popular, everybody know her. But she said she seen me walking like back and forth. She was like, baby, you look like you just so hurt. I know God sent her though, because that's just how messed up I was. I was thinking about like what I need to do, like how I need to handle this, you know. And it's all like crime and crazy stuff that I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, all straight stupidity. Me thinking about like what I need to do, you know. And she was like, babe, I'm gonna tell you this. You look hurt. She was like, I got hurt. And it led me to making some bad decisions. Me trying to fix my pain. She said, don't do nothing with your pain but go to God. I left, went in the house, got down on my knees. When I got down on my knees, I asked God that day, if I can't have this girl, I want my career. I want my dreams in the stuff that I'm desiring about as it pertains to my career. Feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I really earnestly prayed that prayer, bro. No cap. He gave it to me, bro. He gave it to me, no cap. Not long after that, I got my first chance to be in a movie. You feel what I'm saying? Not long after that situation happened, I prayed that prayer. No cap. everybody in the neighborhood like, bro, Denzel in town. You know, like Denzel Washington here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang. Everybody talking about, oh, Denzel shooting a movie. They was at Grambling. Grambling State is probably about like an hour away from me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the talk. That's the big deal. I was working at U.S. Support at the time. It's like a call center in Shreveport. I was going every day once I found out they was doing auditions in the AT&T building. I was going every day. Mean woman up there, bro. Mean lady at the desk. It was like she was just tired of seeing just me. But I'm trying to be, you know, I'd heard all these stories about people being consistent and all that. So I'm like, I'm gonna go every day. You know, I'm working on my story. So I can be doing stuff like this, saying, I went in there every day. I didn't take no for an answer. You know what I'm saying? So every day she was getting the attitude, sir, there are no openings. We're not doing anything right now. We have your number. We'll let you know. You know, people coming behind me, nice as ever to them. She talking sweet to everybody else. Promise, bro, no gas. On Jesus but no Christ. She being mean, super mean. One day I went, this what happened at work. Lady behind me was crying. She was crying, I heard her crying. So my homeboy, Courtney Rawls, and shout out to him. He doing major stuff too. My homeboy Courtney Rawls, who gave me the job, he went back there and he was like, "What's going on?" You know, he was our team leader, and she was like, "Man, I cashed my check on my break and lost $500." She was like, "I lost all my money. That's my bill money. That's my car note." And you know, I'm just like, "Dang."
Lost her money? She just lost it.
She lost it.
Oh.
She ain't know where it was. I just heard her behind me crying. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, I'm cutting hair and working at the, you know what I'm saying? So I got haircut money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? This what I did. Not for no blessing or not for no nothing. I just felt sorry for her because she was an older lady. I turned around. I had $300 in my pocket. I said, look, I heard what you said, you know, about you lost your check. I just want to, you know, give you this. I said, don't tell nobody. Don't go announce it at work. Don't make no big deal. Just take it. This for you. Because I heard you lost your money. You know, I just wanted to help you. She started crying even louder. You know what I'm saying? She started crying even louder. You know, my homeboy Courtney came back there and, you know, she told him like, yeah, he just gave me, boom, boom, boom. On my break, I said, I'm going to go to the AT&T building. You know, they doing auditions for the Great Debaters. When I went this day, she went at the desk. It was a dude up there. Soon as I walked in, bro, he was like, hey, you here to audition? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, hey, walk right through this door. Swear to God, bro. Went smooth. Walked back there. They had 2 lines on the paper that you got to say. I said the lines. They just started fitting me for the clothes. Right then. They just started fitting me. So I met this casting director named Chris Gray. And he did like the principal casting for like Hustle and Flow and Blade, and you know, like he a big big dude in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? But I met him, and so they gave me a date to be in the movie. You know, they gave me a date that was like, hey, we gonna be filming this day. It was at Camp Minden, like an old what you call it, like military base.
Yeah.
We was there. So me having understanding about how stuff work, I knew it wasn't just going that smooth. Like, boom, I went to audition and you know. And
I'm going to be, and I'm trading lines with Denzel.
Right. So I go in a barbershop. Shout out to my dog, Puncho. He really like my daddy, bro. I call him Pops. But shout out to Puncho. He gave me an opportunity to be in the barbershop. That's why I went broke. Right. You know, I was telling the broke stories earlier. Yeah. He changed it. He just came to my house one day. He was like, hey, man, I heard you cut hair. He let me in the shop. I made $400 the first day, which was like $1 billion to me at the time.
Right.
Couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? But I go to the shop. I'm like, hey, Puncho, bro, I'm finna be in a movie with Denzel. I never forget. He had an old dude in his chair, and this dude was my partner. I used to love when he come in there. We used to run it. He started laughing so loud. Everybody else joined in. They was all laughing. Huh, Denzel, what was wrong with you? Puncho, that boy been smoking something. Like, real deal. Swear. We get to the set that day. Bro, it's steaming hot. I don't think people understand about Louisiana heat, bro. Louisiana heat gets in your nose, in your organs, in your heart, in your soul, and stops stuff from functioning. That's how hot it be, bro. It's a difference between it just being hot and you got heat that feels like an object. You know, like somebody got a towel or something over your nose and your mouth. You can't breathe. You walk outside and the heat come up from the concrete, take your breath away, bro.
Like I feel like you're breathing applesauce.
Bro, bro, come on, man. On Jesus Dwayne Christ. Boy, that is the truth. Applesauce. I swear. Man, bro, it so hot out there. It was so hot, people start leaving. You know, I'm knowing these people that want to live their dreams. People leaving. I'm seeing kids, mom and them pulling up. They calling their mom, like, Mom, come get me. I can't. You know, so it ain't even really that many of us out there. We extras. So we in the extras holding tent. Dang.
And the movie is
The Great Debaters. Yeah. We in the extras holding tent. They getting the out together. You know, they setting it up. But they had to set up the tent for the principal casket. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever be on the movie set, bro, that's how it go. You an extra, you live. You a little bitty fish. You ain't no shark. You feel what I'm saying? They over there with the people that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't know that. I found that out too. Like I'm like, oh, okay. Cause they get crafty. And you know, they have like tables with snacks and stuff on it. And it's a food truck out there that I thought was for everybody. But it was just for the principal actors. You feel me? So I see them ordering food. I walk up there like, yeah, bro, let me get a sausage, egg, and cheese toaster and some of that orange juice. They got the real oranges. Like I'm like, yeah, that's instantly. Dude named Khalees. He wanted I think he one of the producers or something. He's like, Jermaine, hey, this is not for you. You got to go back over there with the extras. This is not for you. And I'm like, dang, bro, so I can't get I can't get my sausage and egg and cheese toast. He was like, no. Like, nah, I'm somebody just like that. He wasn't trying to sugarcoat it or nothing. He was like, hey, no, get back over there. It's not for you. Because I'm wondering, like, I'm ordering and they looking around like, you know what I'm saying? Boom, I go back over there. The hard lesson. I'm feeling played. I'm over there like, man, this acting stuff ain't really what it's all cracked out to be. I just try to order a sandwich, these people tripping. It's hot out here. You know what I'm saying? At 6, we got out there at 6 in the morning. At 6 o'clock that evening, that's when they finally called us to do something in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? There's no cap. I'm tell you how I move. This is how I move. On Jesus Dwayne Christ. They called us to this church. We walk over there to the church. I had been seeing them filming in the church all day. You know, we walk over there to this church. Denzel is in the church. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This ironic. Denzel in the church. I walk up to the front of the line. I'm first. God speak to me and tell me, go to the back. And you know, like most people don't be liking to say, like God spoke to me. They'll say intuition or that's just my terminology, you know. So spoke to me and said, go to the back of the line. Last should be first. You know what I'm saying? I got out of line because the door that we were seeing Denzel and them through, I was standing right by it, being at the front of the line. So it like looked kind of crazy when I walked to the back. It's like, oh, you're going to be like the last person to go in. I walked to the back of the line. Dude pop out the door that I didn't even see. That was right there that I was standing by. I was like, hey, you, come here. Grab like 3 of us from the back of the line. Promise. If you watch Great Debaters, I'm sitting, when it first come on, I'm sitting in the front. Forrest Whitaker preaching. That line when he said, you got to do what you have to do in order to do what you want to do. I'm in the front of the line, swear to God. I mean, I felt so honored, like getting little pieces of spit from Forrest Whitaker on my forehead. You know what I'm saying? I felt so under. I wasn't even tripping. I wasn't wiping it off and then on Jesus Dwayne Christ. Man, look, I'm sitting in the front. That's how I got in the front. Because I'm the first person they grabbed. When they grabbed me, they bought us in there. Denzel walked straight up to me. No gas. Yeah, okay. I like how you guys, you got that great suit on. Okay, you gonna be one of my freshmen. I'm gonna use you to be one of my freshmen at Wiley College. You got that nice modern lineup. You got a nice strong jaw structure. He got his hand on my back. You know, he touched my back, bro. Swear to God, I'm tripping like, that was enough for me right there. That was enough for my acting career. I could have went home, went to the hood, joked off that forever. I could have been telling stories out there for 30 years. But Denzel touched my back on Jesus Jerome Christ. Man, look, I swear to God, he touched me, bro. I'm not just really having a moment. You know what I'm saying? Surreal, bro. I'm second it out. Like, man, Denzel done touched my back. I'm on my way. Bro. Like, this how it started.
It's almost like he was pushing you
right.
forward.
You know, he gave me when Mufasa took Simba at the top of the, man, come on, man. This it. I'm on my way. He touched my back. Remember, Denzel touched my back. Don't forget that part of the story. Boom. We do a scene, Forrest Whitaker, he talking. The devil came for me while I'm sitting on that front row, bro. This ain't never happened to me in my life. I'm sitting on the front row, we taping. Every teeth in my mouth started stinging. Like a toothache on all my teeth, bro. It hurted so bad, tears instantly started coming out my eyes. And they, think about that, they might have thought I was doing some hell of an acting. My teeth was hurting so bad, tears was coming out my eyes, bro. Swear. Lady walked over, one of the PAs was like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, nah, man, I got a toothache. You know what I'm saying? Somebody grabbed her, and she went to go do something, and they said action. So I'm sitting right there again. It was hurting so bad, I'm like, man, I gotta go. I gotta leave. I gotta go. It was hurting that bad. When I got up to leave, that PA walked back in with the little white cup with some Tylenol in it. She was like, hey, here. I sat back down, took the Tylenol, finished the scene. Swear to God. So this is how I'm always spiritually led. So it's over. I did my big one. You know, I got in the movie. You know, so we leaving. We signing our pink slip to leave. So Chris, the casting director, you know, I did my homework on him and see like, oh, this dude acted in Shazam with Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like he like a big dude. I did my homework on him. So when I get up to turn my paper in, I was like, man, y'all ever come into Mansfield? Just randomly ask them. The Bible says you have not because you ask not. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How you gonna make a shot that you never shoot? Gotta take the shot. You miss all the shots that you don't take. That's how life works. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's automatically a miss because you didn't never take the shot. When I asked him when they was coming to Mansfield, he was like, hey, dude, we're gonna be in, and he black. He just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, hey, dude, we're gonna be in Mansfield tomorrow. Be there, I say 7 o'clock. I'm like, bet. You know, promise to God, bro. I'm on one. All this stuff is going my way. I'm on my way. I'm the next one, bro. Denzel done gave me the Mufasa his own. I go out there, we get to Mansfield. This is just how God be working with me, bro. All my teachers that know I was bad in school, and bro, I was so bad, and bro, I was so horrible in school. Like, just wanted attention, bro. Me and my bro, Quinn Knuckles, you know, free Q kid. We used to come to school late because people was gone out the office, and we'll take water, put it in cups from the water fountain, and pour it in the back of the computers. Every day. Big truck out there, you know, we'll come see the truck, you know, the truck, the people out there to fix the computers. We laughing. You know what I'm saying?
These bad kids.
Bro, horrible. All the bad stuff I used to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to record myself you know, spit in my hand, walk down the road, shaking everybody's hand at they locker, you know what I'm saying? What's up, boy? Just spit in my hand and say, bro, I was bad, bro. So all my teachers and stuff out there, like the city out there, because we filming in Mansfield and why, with all these people watching, the word getting around, like I hear people whispering, like, oh, that's Jermaine. Jermaine out there with them. How did he? Mind you, they never know that I'm in the movie. Nobody never know about Menden and none of that. I never had a chance to tell them. We didn't have, this was in 2008. We didn't have like Facebook and all that stuff wasn't even, it was like MySpace. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to take a picture on the camera and hook it up and do all, So I ain't never had a chance to tell nobody. So people out there saying like, that's Jermaine. I hear Ms. Youngblood, she was the secretary of the school. She was like, that's Jermaine Williams. You know what I'm saying? Ah, bro, I'm feeling like one. On Jesus Dwayne Christ, I'm feeling like him. Why this boy Denzel walk out, they clapping, getting a little standing ovation kind of. He walked dead up to me, and this all might sound like it's cap. This is on Jesus, Bernard Christ, on Moses. He walked up to me and started fixing my tie. It was a period piece from the 1920s. So we had
I've seen the movie, yeah.
He fixed him up. Yeah, you gotta, this is how you tie a tie. You're a man, you gotta learn how to tie a tie. All men should know how to tie a tie. So I'm just like this. He fixing me in front of everybody. Bro, I don't even know how to feel about this right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm talking about I'm smiling all the way from my kneecaps. On Jesus Christ. Coming from where I came from, going through this childhood that I just explained, to be having this moment, for all of this to be aligning. Bro. He fixing my shirt. Now, this day right here, this the highlight of this is why I'm telling the whole story. This day. Remember, I told you when I came in, he touched my back, right? They had a scene when Denzel get out of jail. That's what we were shooting this day. When Denzel getting out of jail, he walking down the street with Forrest Whitaker and, Forrest Whitaker and his lawyer and stuff. Go watch the movie. I have an amazing cameo in this movie. I walked dead in front of the camera on purpose, but I got a great cameo. You feel what I'm saying? This is where you could really see me at in the movie. This picture was plastered everywhere from that scene. Was it on their website? It made it to the Oprah Winfrey show. Quick sidebar. When we was in Menden that day, I forgot to say, Oprah pulled up because she was one of the producers. Me being greedy, I'm in the tent, in the lunch tent, eating, getting second, thirds, fourths, and fifths. They had stuff I ain't even know what it was in there. You know what I'm saying? Different kind of chicken with different little sauce. Green. I'm in there trying everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there slaughtering. I walk out the tent. Dude tell me, hey, bro, you missed it. Oprah just pulled up in a limousine, bro. She was shaking our hand and everything. Bro, I'm crushed. I'm like, man, I missed Oprah being greedy. You know what I'm saying? In there trying to fill my appetite. I love Oprah, bro. I grew up watching Oprah. Oprah is where I learned the law of attraction. It's so ironic. I used what I seen Oprah Winfrey use, what she said she used to attract the color purple. That story that she told, I used that for the great debaters. Same thing, and it happened. That's why I felt extra connected to her story. You feel what I'm saying? I missed her. I didn't get to see her. Monkey on my back forever, bro. One of my biggest regret, like resentment out this world. You know what I'm saying? Okay, boom. This day, we filming. Denzel getting out of jail. They come out there and tell us, hey, Denzel's getting out of jail. We need you guys to be ecstatic. All right? We need you to clap it up. We need to see happiness on your faces. Denzel's getting out. We need to really feel like, someone you love has gotten out of jail. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this extra serious. This is my moment. You know what I'm saying? This is my time. They did a little practice, and I'm standing by this old truck. Denzel walked through. I'm like, oh, okay, he finna walk right through where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm starting to think about how I'm gonna make this movie successful. You know what I'm saying?
It's all on you.
Right. Then I'm starting to get ideas like, like this it, man. I gotta come up with something. I gotta take this movie to another level. I gotta do something in this moment that's gonna make them see me. And if you're an extra in a movie somewhere, don't do this, bro. Don't do this. Don't try to save the production. Don't do nothing extra. Do what they telling you to do, bro. Don't. So they called action. He walked by me. I was being happy that he was out of jail. I patted him on his back. No cap. And this ain't, I love Denzel Washington. This is in no type of way being derogatory towards him at all. I patted him on his back and stopped the world. Like the whole scene stopped. Like soon as I patted him on his back, you know how like on the movies when you do something and then you hear that, and everybody just like stop. So I'm looking like dang, what I do? You know what I'm saying? They call action again. We do the scene again, right? We do the scene again. I don't touch him because I'm knowing like, okay, I messed up. Like, shouldn't have did that. After this scene, after the next scene, the same dude that told me I can't eat from the truck, Khalif, he walked up and he was like, Jermaine, listen to me. Don't ever, and I mean ever, touch Denzel. Never touch him. And I'm like, huh? But they told us to be happy. He was like, no, listen. As a matter of fact, don't make eye contact with Denzel. Don't ever touch him. So like, and like Denzel's such a good actor, it caught him off guard too. When I touched his back, he instantly like turned it into like a little like, nodded at me and kept the flow going. You feel what I'm saying? But I knew I had messed up. Boom. I see them huddle up. I see the producers and stuff, they huddling up. I'm over there like, dang, bro, I know I'm in trouble. Like, they doing a little huddle, they over there looking at me, they talking. Next thing you know, Khalees come back over there and was like, Jermaine, guess what? We have a special position just for you. He's like, you see that truck way back there? I want you to go stand by it. So this how naive I was. I'm like, oh, I did something right. He said they got a special. So I'm back there chilling, waiting on all the cameras and stuff to come move down here. This is my moment. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's really what I'm thinking. Like, I'm like, dang, they rapped. Like,
right.
Like, hey, guys, we're there. So I'm down there like, they forgot. Like, they forgot about my scene. You know what I'm saying? It hit me like, oh, they took me out the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took me out the scene. They put me in a place where I couldn't cause no harm. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I'm really like sad, like feeling like, man, bro, I went too hard. I touched the dude on his back. But he touched me. He touched me on my back. It wasn't no problem when I first met him.
He's Denzel Washington.
I know, and look, I understand that now. You feel what I'm saying? And this the thing. All the touches on my back, whatever, bro. He Denzel. Man, do you. I ain't even tripping. I don't even really need this back. You need it, Denzel, you got it. But like I was just really, and like truth be told, he was really like mentoring all of us. Like Denzel wasn't treating us like extras. And he was the biggest star on the on the movie. But he was letting us eat what they was eating. He was giving us the drinks that they was drinking. Bro, like this dude, like he was real deal having one-on-one teaching sessions with extras. People he don't know from Adam. He's school like, hey, I don't want to ever hear you use that language again. You hear what I'm telling you? If you want to be successful in this business, he doing that to people he don't know. That's why I love him to this day, bro. Beautiful dude, bro. I learned so much. That had such a profound effect on my life. I'm still shooting movies to this day. I got bit with the bug, bro. Like, I've been doing movies ever since. And it's because of him. Like, he has such a profound effect on all of us, bro. Like, I still be talking to the dudes that we was extras in the movie. You know, we still hit each other up on, you know, social media, and you know what I'm saying? Man, look, I might even do us a little documentary or something just to talk about our experiences. You know what I'm saying? But man, we had so much fun doing it, bro. So like, for me to do that in my hometown in front of, you know, the people I love was crazy. After I prayed that prayer, when I was going through them situations and I'm in and out of jail dealing with this situation, and I prayed to God, like, God, I want my dream. I'm gonna let this go. If you trying to tell me I need to let this go, you know, I'm gonna let this go. And it worked out. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, shout out to Denzel, bro, because the stuff that he taught us and the experience that we got just being in his presence, bro, it turned all us into some type of movie something. Everybody is still doing something pertaining to film to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't just like, man, we got so tight out there on the set of Great Debaters. We was like family. You know what I'm saying? And even when I wasn't working in front of the camera, Chris gave me a job as a casting assistant. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be going like to Walmart, like scouting people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, you want to be in a movie? Yeah, you know, signing people up. That was my job. You know what I'm saying? But due to the fact that the story was about the debate team at Wiley College that broke all these barriers, you feel what I'm saying? At a time when it was like so much white supremacy and racism going on, you know, so we kind of like bonded over them stories. Cause you know, like it's like a lynching scene and like in the lynching scene in Great Debaters, like the older women that worked on set, bro, like they was crying. Like they was real deal. It was like different people and people having to get consoled and stuff like that. And it was just like we was all bonded. And shout out to Nate Parker. He played Low in that in the Great Debaters. He was in movies like Pride, and he doing a lot of independent films. He did the Nat Turner story. But man, he was another dude that taught me a lot. And we, you know, I thought all movie sets was like that. You know, when I had that experience, I thought all movie sets was like that. But like after doing that movie, you know, I kind of figured out that like every movie don't have that budget. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like the kind of stuff that we was eating and that chicken I was telling you about, you know, that was probably like the last time I got a chance to, you know what I'm saying, to do something like that. For me saying like Denzel Washington had this profound effect on me, he affected my life in a certain type of way. Me being around all them cameras and me seeing stuff and, you know, like just being in that atmosphere, Chris, the casting director, Chris Gray, he was like, man, if you ever in Hollywood, you know, pull up, man. You know, this we do this every day in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you one of the people that got talent, and you know, I feel like blase.
What did you get? Sorry, what did you get paid as a to be an extra? Isn't it like it's still a few $100, still like $300, $400 or $500, right?
I made on the Great Debaters probably a total of like $1,200. You know what I'm saying?
How many days is that?
I did a lot of days. You
Really?
know, yeah, I did a lot of days. I was making $58 a day.
That's it?
Yeah, I was making 58. Listen,
Boy, Denzel, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
no, listen. It was $58 a day. It was $58 for 8 hours. After 8 hours, it's overtime, so that go up. You know what I'm saying?
$58 a day, and it goes up to what? So you get an extra $6?
Nah, I think it's like if you divide like 8 into 58 or something, whatever that was,
right,
they start paying like, you know, like it was like double time or like anytime you on
That's
set,
minimum wage,
right?
Still minimum.
Anytime you don't think because you see people on TV that they got money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I used to think like that. Like every time you see somebody on TV, they rich, and people start thinking like that about me. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a dude from my city named Fakir Brown. He a cornerback. He played for the Saints, and he had, you know, a great NFL career. But because of that Denzel stuff, people start throwing my name up in like, you know, like he is a real millionaire. Like he got millions of dollars. You know, people start like, man, we need to just get people together in the city so they could start buying up some of these old properties like Jermaine and Fakir. Wait. I don't belong in no conversation with no NFL dude. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still eating hot and spices and you know, like trying to see if this one of the days I'm gonna get cheese on it. You know what I'm saying?
I know this is kind of like someone saying like some of the amazing podcasts that are out there, like Joe Rogan and Matt Cox, and it's like,
serious, bro. Bro, listen, you one of them ones, bro. It's you and Joe Rogan and the other dude, but you, bro.
I don't know who the other dude is.
Nah, I'm saying it's like 4 or 5 of y'all. You know, we might not know y'all names.
Listen, I'm not in the top 100
No,
of those
dude,
guys.
yes you is, bro. I ain't gonna even let you do that to yourself, man. On Jesus, Jerome Christ. You one of them people, bro. Like, man, hey, man, listen. Sitting down with you from where I come from, we made it. When people see me, bro, we made it. When people see me talking to you, the message that it's gonna send to their brain, like, oh yeah, he doing it. Like Clutch, he out of here, bro. He up echelon. He doing something, you know. He was sitting down, he was talking to the dude that be on the podcast. You know, bro, that's big, bro. Yeah, man, you one of Joe Rogan them, bro. You one of them.
Let's come on. So what's going on? Well, let's keep going. This is too much. But
I ain't gonna let you play with yourself like that, man. I gotta keep it real with you, bro. I'm gonna tell you what from our standpoint, what the people see, you know, and I know you know, yeah, you chilling, you a humble dude, you know what I'm saying? You want to be cool and just humble and laid back, bro. I'm gonna let you know, bro. You one of the ones, bro. I ain't gonna do that. But look, but what I was saying about I was
the experience.
Chris told me,
okay,
like, man, listen, if you ever in LA, I don't know why he said that. Like, you know, like I ain't serious about my acting career and this man to touch my back. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm serious about. As soon as he said that. After the movie was over, you know what I'm saying?
Packed up the car.
Got on a Greyhound. I called him when I got to LA. I was like, hey, man, I'm in Los Angeles. He was like, wait, what?
Who is this?
Chris Gray.
No, I'm saying, did he say to you, who is this? How'd you get this number?
Right. He was like, dude. He was like, dude, what? I was like, yeah, man, I'm in LA. I got to respect him, though, bro. I got to respect him because I know they caught him off guard. You feel what I'm saying? I know they caught him off guard. He gathered himself because I could tell by his response, like he was surprised, like, dang. He probably was just doing some Hollywood talk. Hey, man, if you ever in L.A., boy, I'm finna pull up on you on Jesus, Jerome Christ. Don't even play with me like that because I'm coming today, for real. So I called him. He was like, man, where you at? Boom. He sent the car to come pick me up. Rich for real. Like the driver came got me, man. This rich for real, and I'm down there on Skid Row. Like I don't know if it's like the Skid Row, but I'm down there with the homeless people. I ain't fit for that, bro. Like I'm from the country, my heart, you know, sensitive, and everybody that told me a story, I gave them $7 or $8. You know what I'm saying? And they looking like they didn't hit the lottery. Like they instantly figured out like, oh, he green. You know what I'm saying? He giving $7 or $8. Bro, them dudes in LA, them homeless people in LA, they different. The stories they got, man, they gonna touch your heart. Don't pay them no attention. If you listen, you coming out your pocket. Bro, dude ran up on me. Dude was like, man, I just need some money to give me some more pants, bro. I got a bladder problem and I got this bag and my bag bust. It piss all over my pants, bro. I don't want to walk around like this. Piss all over me. Man, I just need some pants. Man, I done gave him a dub. You know what I'm saying? Man, here you go, bro. Go get you some more pants. You know what I'm saying? Hurt my feelings, bro, when I seen him doing to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Hurt my feelings, bro. I'm really like, man, this man got me. Like, this man real deal, you know. But swear to God, bro. So them people in LA different, bro. He came pick me up. He sent a driver to pick me up. He let me have, and he stay in West Hollywood. he neighbors with like Mel Gibson and Halle Berry, and bro, I seen Mel Gibson walking his dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting on the porch. I seen Mel Gibson walking his dog to my real little this before the little shorts was popular. You know what I'm saying? He had the real little shorts on, the rich people dog and everything. I'm sitting on the porch tripping. Excuse me, but I'm sitting on the porch tripping like, man, I'm calling home like, bro, guess who I just seen, bro? Mel Gibson walking his dog. I'm seeing Wiz and at the time, like Wiz and Amber Rose, they walking through like, it's real famous stuff going on in West Hollywood, bro. Like, you feel me? So he was working on 7 Pounds at the time. So I got a chance to work with Will Smith right after I worked with Denzel Washington. Feel what I'm saying? That's how God lining it up for me. You know what I'm saying? So I got a chance to meet Woody Harrelson. Was crazy, bro. I was in that scene, even though you can't see me. And the extra is hit and miss. You know, you might get in and you might not get seen. You feel what I'm saying? But I was sitting right behind Woody Harrelson. He played like a blind man in the movie. Yeah. So I got a chance to meet him, talk to him. I got a chance to meet Will Smith. But I just want to say this too, bro. California, you know, like Southern hospitality is a real thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like California is a completely different place. You feel me? I went out there. We on set, right? So we waiting for I think Will was supposed to be coming and this and that, and we was all just waiting. And dude was like, "Hey bro, you got change for $1?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Boom, I go in my pocket, I give him the change, and he tried to give me the $1. And I was like, "Nah, bro, you good. You keep the $1." Right then, everybody like, "Where you from?" And I'm like, "I'm from Louisiana." "Oh, okay. Yeah, he's from the sticks." Bro, people don't do that out here. We don't get nobody no $1, man. We ain't get nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in there like, "Yeah, bro, no, you gotta be from somewhere else. Nobody here ain't getting you $0.25. You know what I'm saying? Swear to God. And I'm like, dang, bro, it's really like that. But the more I stayed in California, the more I seen like their attitude was like every man for themselves. They ain't playing all that generous, I'm gonna give you this. And, you know, like where I'm from, man, I go to everybody house on my block in my neighborhood and eat. You know, they cook. It ain't even no question. I don't even gotta ask. Feel what I'm saying? I walk straight up in their house. "Hey man, fix me some of this." Fix it yourself. California, man, I don't think that's going like that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't none of that. You know, that Southern, and I learned that from being in LA. Like, bro, that from LA and being in the South, it's totally different, bro. The people mindset is different. But I'm gonna say this though, they all hustlers though. In California, everybody hustling. You walk out of a restaurant, somebody selling you toothpicks, somebody selling you napkins, they wiping your windows. You feel what I'm saying? Like that hustling mentality is there. But Chris invited me there. I got a chance to work with Will Smith on 7 Pounds. And I left California. The beauty about that is he used to let me shadow people. Like Chris used to send me to set. He was like, "Hey, who you want to watch today?" Like, "Man, I want to see what the cameraman doing." He'll send me to set. Let me shadow the cameraman. Let me shadow the producer, the director, the second AD. So I learned all of these positions. Now I know how to put a movie together. You feel me? Because I know what everybody's job is. I know what everybody do. I hung with the editor. I did this, did that. So when I get home, I start producing a little web series, a little TV show called Field City. Because I'm from Mansfield. So, you know, I kind of just gave it a name. Like, because I always wanted us to be like, not considered a town. But, you know, the population, like, 2,500, you know what I'm saying? It's so small. We ain't got no Burger King. We ain't got no Taco Bell. You know, like that's a big deal where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could post on Facebook, "Man, this Taco Bell was good." Go check the comments. People just, "Oh, I hate you. Why you ain't bring me none?" You know what I'm saying? I'm jealous. I wanted that's a big deal. You feel what I'm saying? Like our mall is Walmart. Where I'm from. People put on their good clothes and go pull up at Walmart. That's where it's going down. That's where everybody at. You know what I'm saying? And when you from the country, bro, you just learn how to have a different appreciation for stuff that people in the city take for granted. You know what I'm saying? Restaurants and stuff, malls and stuff. But that's what my show is about.
You put together a series. What's the series about?
Living in the country.
Just that? Just
life in the country. As opposed to how things go in the city.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Sound like it's kind of like a topic, but you'll be surprised to know how intrigued like rich people and other people is with the way we live in the country. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? I always thought it was special. I know nobody ain't doing this. You feel me? I know nobody don't go in the store and order chicken and put cheese on it, and we all outside eating chicken and cheese after the club. It's 15 people out here eating chicken and cheese falling everywhere, we outside eating. You feel what I'm saying? Stuff like that, like on a random day, people just barbecuing, might not even have no pit. We probably dug a hole or something and rigged it up, So I just wanted to exploit that,
Right. What? Sorry. How many episodes? Like, have you? How? Is it still going?
Nah, this is what I did, right? From that, I did I think I was on episode 14. You feel what I'm saying? And I was feeling like people weren't really interested in it because it was like a phenomenon when it first dropped because nobody knew how to edit and put videos together at the time when I did it. It was like, you didn't really see videos on Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is at least the uploads on YouTube. The first episodes I'm seeing are 14 years ago.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So I was beginning of YouTube.
Okay.
I was a baby.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I was a baby.
YouTube was a baby.
Right. You feel me? I was a baby doing this stuff. So, I was doing Field City, and this dude hit me up in my inbox and was like, man, look, I love the show and, keep going. Dreams do come true. I'm thinking somebody pranking me. You feel what I'm saying? Like he was telling me who he was. And it's a guy by the name of Troy Mosley. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to his page, I'm seeing him and George Lopez and, people like, hey, Troy, great job with the Grammys. Great job with the BET Awards. And I'm like, dang, this dude, he really produced TV shows. You feel what I'm saying? So I instantly hit him back like, hey, bro, I appreciate it, bro. Anytime you got an opportunity, it's the only time this ever happened to me like this. Usually when people do that, they reach out, it don't never be nothing behind their words, really.
Yeah.
You feel me? I talked to this dude this day, and he told me that he liked the show and that I was talented and I should keep going. 4 days later, I was on a flight to Dallas, working on a show that he was producing called TD Jake's 35th anniversary. You know what I'm saying? So it was it was that and it's another show called the McDonald's 365 Awards. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he do. He produced award shows, TV shows. He produced BET used to have the top 10, the hottest top 10, this and that, So he was he was one of the people that spearheaded those type of shows, And I get to Dallas, same thing. Homeless people. That's who I ran into first. Back out there getting them money and you know what I'm saying? Boom. So the show was at the Opera House, right? So it was this dude named, they call Uncle Ron. He this Jewish dude. He the big dog. He got all the money. He is kind of the producer of the show. And, they telling me yeah, bro, Uncle Ron he one of the ones, he can and nay your career and, this and that. So I was doing so many different jobs on the show. Troy started me at the bottom because he wanted me to learn the totality of how to put a show together. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, bro, this dude really was serious about helping me or putting me on. So all I know is Tyler Perry and Oprah gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to bump into them because this is my dream or whatever. So I maneuver my way into going to fix up Tyler Perry's dressing room. Feel what I'm saying? So I'm the person that's putting his chairs out and the snacks that he like, and so boom, I'm in there doing that, and I'm really in there like wasting time because I want him to come in there, like you feel what I'm saying, so I could like try to like spark off a conversation or something. So while I'm in Tyler Perry dressing room prolonging it, setting up time, I look up on the monitor and I see Oprah on stage. This is why it was a shock to me. The dude, Uncle Ron, the OG Jewish dude, like with all the money, he white on white Rolls Royce and everything, he billionaire. But he told me that she probably wasn't coming. He was like, it's Oprah, man. She might show up,
busy.
she might not. She got a million things going on. So I kind of wasn't expecting to see her because I'm like, okay, he would know. Mm-hmm. This dude would know. I looked up on the thing, I seen, I was like, oh, she came. Boom. I grabbed my camera and turned it on. It's on 1%. The light blinking. You know what I'm saying? No phone, no nothing. I'm like, dang, Oprah on this stage and my camera on 1%. I grab my camera, I run to the stage, okay? Troy just gave me this speech about how easily you can get like sued and cost of production all this money with making mistakes on these shows. So he was like, look, man, you gotta, like keep your nose clean. You can't be, you can't do this and you can't do that because one simple mistake, now we gotta shoot over and we gotta pay all these people this, so you can't afford to. So boom. Not only do I run to the stage, I get up on the stage because I'm trying to increase my chances of meeting Oprah, right? So boom, Oprah on the stage, she giving her little speech. Mind you, it was a show for TD Jakes. So everybody that was kind of showing him like some appreciation and, saying some good words about him and whatnot. So, and it's pictures of everything that I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? You could go see her on stage with the orange dress on at the Opera House in Dallas, So while she talking, I got comfortable and leaned on a chest. The chest is like a box that they store the cables in, from all the different things that they plug up on stage. I thought the box was stable, but the box had wheels. So when I leaned on it, it rolled. Broom, 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 broom. Like made this noise. So everybody like turned around and looked, and she looked. And that's when it hit my head like, oh, Troy just told me a mistake can make, bro, I'm sweating bullets, bro. Now, I don't even want to see Oprah no more. I want to run off stage. Like, right after she give her speech and they clap, I'm going to disappear. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know how this happened. She gave her speech. Everybody clapped. I ran off stage. I don't know how this happened. I ran into her and what I think was her, maybe like her assistant or somebody that started talking to me about what I had just done. You feel what I'm saying? I seen Oprah and I was like, bro, this is probably the most starstruck I ever been in life. Like I seen Oprah and I just like real deal melted, bro. I just was like, man, you the best, bro. Like you the greatest. Thank you. And she grabbed, no cap, bro, no gas, on Jesus Lorenzo Christ. She grabbed my hand and was like, it's fine. It's okay. Everything is going to be okay. You good. Holding my hand, bro. Oprah held my hand. On my Lord and Savior. Oprah held my hand, bro. And when she grabbed my hand, I tripped out again. Like when she grabbed my hand, I was like, I tripped out again. She grabbed my hand. I tripped out. She grabbed it again. And like, you good. You gonna be okay. Shook my hand, bro. And I still remember like the smell of this, like this fragrance that she had on, bro, was like amazing. And I was looking at her hand like, dang, Oprah got regular hands. They look like mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, her fingers look just like mine. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man hands.
No.
Oprah got man hands.
No, she don't. Nah, she man, look, no disrespect, but like, and I never, like I never viewed her like that from the TV show and stuff, but man, Oprah fine, bro. Like when I seen her in real life, she got a really nice, curvy, body. And I like curves, you feel what I'm saying? But like, and no disrespect because I wasn't looking at her like that. Like she one of my idols. I ain't trying to, I don't mean no disrespect. But that woman look nice. Her body is like proportioned and she got a nice shape. You know what I'm saying? Caught me off guard. Not that I was expecting anything different, but that's one of the things I was like looking like, dang, bro, Oprah, she straight. You know what I'm saying? So this the Kim part. After that, I gave my camera to the assistant. It's blinking and the battery about to die. So I'm just hoping that I get this picture, bro. Like this is like Oprah right here. Hoping that I get this picture. I see the flash go off and I'm like, oh, I got it. Boom. Now I'm worried about if it's blurry or because I know this woman probably don't know how to work this camera. You know what I'm saying? So I run back into like the little break room and I'm looking at the picture, A1. Beautiful, A1. I'm in there like real deal having a moment, bro. Like for real, like tears in my eyes. Like I'm like, bro, dang. Like knowing the fact that I've seen celebrities, like A-list and saying that they never met Oprah and they wanted to meet Oprah. And the fact that like I'm standing next to the richest woman that's my color, like my ethnicity, the richest black lady in the world, and I got $1 in my pocket. Like 10 cents. That's all the money I had, bro, when I was standing next to Oprah. That's all the money. Swear to God. I got the 10 cents because I found it. I picked it up. I seen the dime on the floor. I picked the dime up off the floor and put it in my pocket. I swear to God. Me, in that moment, I was thinking about like, I'm happy that God put me in a position to meet Oprah while I was broke. Because if it wouldn't have happened that way, I would have accredited that to whatever I had or whatever status I had. But now he gets all the glory. How could I do it? I know it wasn't me at that point. I'm broke, busted, and disgusted, barely made it here on his plane, all this, I'm happy that happened like that. That was God showing me like, you don't need money, you need me. You know what I'm saying? So with that, bro, it meant so much to me for so many different reasons. I'm sitting in the room, mind you, Oprah here, Dallas media is flooding the building. All the news sites and all you see is cameras and lights and microphones. Everywhere. They came to get Oprah. Swear to on Jesus, Dwayne Christ. I'm sitting in there. I heard a lady was like, where's Oprah? Where did she go? I seen the wave pass by the door. Whew. Cameras and lights. Everybody trying to find her. They trying to locate her. So now I'm sitting back in there like, dang, I hope I didn't, like, they looking for Oprah. This woman busts up and say, it was this light-skinned kid. He just like came out of nowhere. She took a picture with him and talked to him, and then she disappeared. And I heard the dude was like, who? Who's the kid? Who it was? And I'm like, bro, like I'm in trouble. So then, boom, I go hide my camera and go tuck it up under the thing. So I ain't saying nothing. I was ready to like flex on everybody, but when I found that out, so I'm talking about, I'm looking, all these media people, all these news people, they mad. They, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing them on the phone. Yeah, Oprah, she disappeared. They said she was talking to some. God further showing me the favor on my life. How could I pull this off? And these people with these, I got this little cheap power shot, little Canon power shot. These people got big, stupid cameras that you got to tote on your shoulders, and you know what I'm saying? So we on the van, we driving back on the van, and it's full of people that put these shows together. The writer and the producer. We all on the van headed back to the hotel. First time I stayed in the Omni too. Like I ain't want to touch nothing. I ain't want to. It was just looking too expensive. Like I was just feeling like, man, I need to be like at the Holiday Inn or something so I can lay down. I don't want to lay down on these people nice. It just stuff in there look like it can get broken. It costs a lot of money. You know, I had self-esteem issues then. You feel what I'm saying? Which I still suffer from now. You know, when you come from the environment I come from, you just kind of like always finding a reason to throw yourself in the trash because that's where you feel like you belong. And when somebody trying to pull you up, you'll self-sabotage so easy. I do it so much. Soon as something great happens, I talk myself out of it. You know what I'm saying? So boom. They on the van, like they calling home, babe, I seen Oprah. She was standing 2 feet next to me. Oh, she read my script that I wrote. Oprah did this and that. I bust out the camera. I go, yeah. Boom. Whole van get quiet. Everybody get quiet. They looking like, when this happened? Like where you was? You feel what I'm saying? I'm the only person that got a picture with her. If you look online, I'm the only person that got a picture with her that day. Feel what I'm saying? Everybody was quiet on the van, like, nah, they looking at me like I'm fool. Like, they looking at me like, who? The cleanup dude, the little janitor boy, the driver. How you get a picture with Oprah? God steady showing me. Feel what I'm saying? I finally got the monkey off my back. You feel me? Remember, I was doing the Great Debaters, and Oprah showed up while I was eating, and I didn't get a chance to meet her. And that was always something I regretted, something that just pained me. But it came back full circle, and I still got to meet her like in another setting, and it was more exclusive, you know. So God is good. Me working with Troy and him providing that opportunity for me with man, I went to work with BET, you know, like that was always my dream. I grew up watching BET, you know, so the fact that like I was working for them, man, my whole city was excited. Everybody was supporting me. It was just like a great time. You know what I'm saying? So from me working with Troy and doing these different TV shows and for different networks, I met this lady called Jennifer, Troy's friend. They went to Southern and Baton Rouge together. You know, they took some of the same classes. Jennifer called me, you know, Troy introduced us, and she called me and she was like, I need you to shoot some behind the scenes footage for this movie. It's a movie called At My Move's Feet that starred Tommy Ford, Michael Keith from 112. It was a nice little cast, so I was excited. Like that was big to me. One of the guys didn't end up, his plane didn't land or something didn't happen, and I ended up having to read his part. So I got a actual part in the movie. And Gail Bean, who is like going crazy right now, like she like a huge star set everywhere. She in Snowfall, she in P Valley. They just did a little spinoff with her in Snowfall. She in a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gail Bean. But she played my girlfriend in this movie. I met a guy there named Carl from Atlanta on that set. He's a movie director. He asked me, did I want to come to Atlanta and shoot this thing that he does with Cam Newton? You know, little backstory on that. No gas, it's the truth. On Jesus Chevelle Christ. Me and my homeboy was watching the championship game. I think it was the 49ers versus the Panthers. I think that's what the game was. Bro, I'm the biggest Cam Newton fan in the world. I'm the biggest because Cam Newton is what I wanted to physically be. You know, I wanted to be 6'6", this tall and can run it for like he is everything I wanted to be as an athlete. Matter of fact, that's what helped me give up my NFL dreams. Like Cam Newton made it. I'm good. Like that's what I wanted to be. He doing it. He playing the position. Like that's what I was satisfied with that. That's just how much of a fan I was. You feel what I'm saying? I was cool. with that. I'm always saying I prayed for something. You gonna hear me say that a lot. Me and my bro Quinn Knuckles, we was watching the game. I said, bro, why am I here in Mansfield, in this little small country town? Why can't I be somewhere like doing something like filming Cam Newton? Or, you have not because you ask not. When that thought hit my mind, I got on my knees right there. While we was watching the game, I got on my knees and I said it out loud. I said, God, I want to work with Cam Newton. Please bless me with that opportunity. I got up and started back watching the game. You know what I'm saying? Carl asked me, did I want to come to Atlanta to shoot this thing with Cam Newton, right? We there. I got a chance to meet him. Crazy story with Cam. I'm used to doing sports videography a certain way. I'm used to doing it a certain way. So it's all kind of like cinematic and slow and poetic, and that's how I'm used to doing it. So the first day, that's how I filmed it. So they showed it to him. You know, we was in like the little room and they showed it to him. So I'm waiting on the response, like, oh yeah, bro, that's great, bro. I love it. He got up and said, like, bro, what is this? This trash. Who did this? So, you know, everybody looked at me. I took the lick though. I stood up and like, hey, bro, that was me. That's my idea. I did the footage, all that, boom, boom, boom. Made people laugh at how easily I took my lick. So after that, he was like, yeah, bro, sports videography works like this. You know, he was like, man, put me some Rich Homie Quan and some of these people in there, because I had what's Queen, we will rock you. Yeah. You know, that's what I had in there. We are the champions. That was the music I had. You feel me? So he was like, bro, what is that? Put me some, some Rich Homie Quan and boom, boom. We got cool after that. You know, me and him started vibing after that. You know what I'm saying? So I was working with Cam Newton. It was so hot. I had some fake polo boots on. They was fake. It's like the UPSA, it's like, it looked like it's too many dudes on the horse, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you might don't know nothing about that level of brokenness. But I had them shoes on, and it was so hot, bro, like they was melting to my feet. That's how I know they was fake, because the sun had my feet on fire. So I was like, boom. When we go in today from filming, I'm gonna go get me some shoes at the Kmart across from the hotel. I go get the shoes, but they ain't have strings in them. It was just like the little slide-in shoes. At the time, Kevin Gates was popping with the phrase, I don't get tied. So I was like, oh, you can't tie the shoes. So I got on the internet. I'm like, hey, y'all, look, I got these new Kevin Gates shoes, no strings. They don't get tied. People thought it was funny. Did numbers on Vine and, stuff like that. My partner hit me. He was like, hey, bro, you should say that in his voice. You know what I'm saying? My partner, Black Jesus, he hit me up. He was like, man, you should say that in his voice and put the stuff on your face. Black Jesus? Yeah, that's his name, Black Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. He a herbal doctor. You know what I'm saying? He do herbs and stuff. But he told me like, man, you should do this. Boom. So I go get a Sharpie, draw the tattoos on my face, get the shoes. Now I say it in his voice. Man, yeah, I got these new Kevin Gates shoes. They don't get tired. I don't get tired. Man, I swear, bro, I sit my phone down. I go to sleep.
If you sleep hot at night, you know how disruptive that can be. Whether you're having trouble falling asleep, you're waking up sweating in the middle of the night, or all of the above. That's where Ghost Bed can help. As the makers of the coolest beds in the world, Ghost Bed is your go-to for cooling mattresses, cooling pillows, and cooling bedding. From their signature Ghost Ice fabric to patented technology that adjusts to your body's temperature, every Ghost Bed mattress is designed with cooling in mind. So whether you want a plusher mattress that cushions your shoulders and hips, or a firm option with exceptional support, your Ghost Bed will keep you cool and comfortable all night long. When you purchase a Ghost Bed mattress, your comfort is guaranteed. You can try out your mattress for 101 nights, risk-free, to make sure it's the right fit for you. Plus, they offer free shipping, and most items are shipped within 24 hours. If you're not sure which Ghost Bed is right for you, check out their mattress quiz. You'll answer a few questions and get a personalized recommendation. Even better, our listeners can get 50% off site-wide for a limited time. Just visit ghostbed.com/Cox and use the code COX at checkout. Again, that's ghostbed.com/Cox with the code COX at the checkout to save a whopping 50% off site-wide.
I wake up, my life never been the same after that. After I did that video, my life has never been the same. I woke up, I thought my phone was broke. I was turning it on and off because I'm thinking like something wrong with my screen, but it was notifications. Like just running like a river, it just wouldn't stop. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm seeing I got all these missed calls. I start answering the phone. Everybody like, hey, bro, you on World Star. Bro, you viral. Chris Brown just posted you. Such and such just like went crazy, bro. At this, I didn't even know I was viral. I didn't know what viral was. You feel what I'm saying? I know that I had like 3,000 followers and now I got like 17K. So I'm cool with that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still just trying to do my music and, you know, rap and that's what I was focused on. Soulja Boy manager, I think, called me and like schooled me on what's viral was. So he was like, look, bro, Soulja wanted me to let you know this is what's going on with you right now. Probably the most helpful information I ever received. I don't know why, like, Soulja Boy wanted to give me that knowledge or whatever, but that's what set me on the right path because I didn't know what to do with that. I got a picture of me and Soulja Boy on the couch, me, Soulja Boy, and Bobby Shmurda on the couch. We was in Miami, but that dude invited me to. He was like, "Yeah, man, he having his birthday party. They call him Dre. They was like, yeah, bro, Dre having his party at such and such. Pull up." I was in Atlanta. Drove all the way from Atlanta to Miami, I think it was. We at the Fountain Blue. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to meet him. I got pictures. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to meet Soulja Boy. Big fan, bro. So, you know, that meant a lot. And after that, bro, I just started going crazy. So, you know, they was telling me like, bro, you got to do more videos. So I just started doing Kevin Gates, everything. Numbers just going up, going crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Me not realizing like, and it's so crazy how I met Kevin Gates. How I came to know about him. I was doing a documentary. I was filming a documentary called "Who's Your Favorite Rapper?" I was in Baton Rouge. So I'm just interviewing random people. Hey, bro, who your favorite rapper is? Everybody saying, hey, man, Gates the truth. Kevin Gates. Everybody, you know, I interview Big Head the Dome Doctor. Gates, man, Kevin Gates the truth. So I'm like, man, who is Kevin Gates? My homeboy, Baby Savage, which is like, he like one of the biggest moguls other than like Master P and Baby to come from Louisiana. But he's just from North Louisiana. You know, it's kind of hard because they dominate the state. You know, if you ain't from New Orleans or Baton Rouge, you're going to have to put 10 times more work in. But man, he got like, he done, you know, sold all these records and he got like skyscrapers, like buildings in Shreveport. You feel what I'm saying? Like actual buildings that he owned, that he built from the ground up. You feel what I'm saying? All from money he making off the music industry. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, like he like a guy that's like in his own lane and he just not concerned with telling his story. He cool with the fact that he drive Rolls Royces and he got all this money and you feel me? He cool with that. You know what I'm saying? He humble like you. Cause I'm trying to tell you, you know, like you wanted Joe Rogan and you think I'm tripping. But he was like, yeah, bro, Gates my favorite rapper. Kevin Gates is the most talented. Me and him was arguing. Man, we argued for 5 hours about who is better out of Kevin Gates or Lil Wayne. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bro, I ain't know. He was like, man, this dude the most talented dude ever. It'll never be another rapper in history like Kevin Gates. The more I start listening to him and I start listening to his wordplay, you know, you don't really get that in the South. You don't really get that from Southern rappers, but he was focused on his wordplay. Boom. So he ended up getting out of jail that first time, and I snuck on stage. I painted BWA on my shirt. You know, I painted it. I hand painted it. I got pictures. I made my necklace, right? I had like can tops, and I used a quarter for my charm, and I spray painted it gold. You know what I'm saying? Swear to God, bro, on Jesus Chevelle Christ. I sprayed it gold, so they was letting me everywhere because I had the BWA shirt on. They didn't know it was painted. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting on stage. I'm standing next to him. I got footage. You know, I snuck on stage. Now I'm standing next to Kevin Gates. This was way before I went viral. This was like 5 or 6 years before I went viral. Like, you know, I just wanted a chance to meet him. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget this, bro. I never forget this. I didn't recognize like him and his wife Dreka Gates. They was sitting down. We was in Monroe. And I was so excited to talk to him until I disregarded her. I really didn't pay her no attention. I just was like, hey, look, Gates, man, bro, look, I've been following you. He ain't say nothing to me. He just looked at Dreka. Like he looked at Dreka in the face like, is you cool? Is you all right? And that's what let me know like, oh, she was talking to him and I just stole the conversation and disregarded her and basically kind of like scooted her out the way to start talking to him. You feel what I'm saying? And when you a man of respect and principles, that ain't cool. So I instantly corrected that. I was like, oh, my bad, bro. I was like, look, bro, I'm sorry. I apologized to Drake. I was like, man, look, I ain't trying to take y'all conversation. Hey, bro, y'all finish y'all conversation. I'm gonna wait my turn. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like as a man, you gotta learn to do that. When you wrong, man, take your L and correct that and keep it moving. Don't get your pride involved and create all these problems, you feel what I'm saying? But men do that. When they wrong, they feel like, oh, okay, now I gotta get loud and get extra masculine. You know, man, take your lick, keep it going. You feel what I'm saying? I don't got no problem respecting no men, bro. I ain't got no problem being corrected. Somebody pull me to the side like, hey, bro, that wasn't cool. Cause I don't know a lot. I ain't grow up with a pops. I ain't grow up with a daddy. I got 4 sisters and my mama. I was the only boy. I'm around nothing but emotions and women all day long. So what do I know? You feel what I'm saying? Thankful that God brought men into my life to teach me stuff, but it's still a lot I don't know. And it's been a lot of times where, you know, my partners, people I'm cool with had to say, hey, Clutch, bro, look, men don't move like that, bro. That wasn't no manly thing that you did right there, bro. You don't need to do that. But thank you, bro. Thank you for putting me on point. I appreciate you. That's it. We ain't gonna get into it. We ain't gonna, you know. So, this right here, bro, like this Kevin Gates stuff really like turned me, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but it turned me into a superstar, bro. Like I ain't no cap, bro. No cap on Big Jesus and Little Jesus. It turned me into a superstar, bro. It turned me into, bro, I'm in the store. I knew it was different. I'm in Atlanta at the time. I'm filming with Cam Newton. You feel what I'm saying? People from, and you know, shout out to Cam, bro. He probably don't even know I went viral while I was working for his foundation. You know what I'm saying? I was working for the Cam Newton Foundation when I went viral. He gave me a job. He was paying good too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap. They making money over there at the Cam Newton Foundation. But yeah, bro. Like we went to the mall. Me and Carl. We went to the mall. People were seeing me like, oh, that's the dude. You the dude to Kevin Gates. And I'm like, you know, it's changing. Like everybody, I'm taking pictures in the mall, you know, and me, bro, I ain't like no neat dude, bro. Every day you see me, my shirt don't fit. I got taco stains on my clothes. And, you know, I probably got, you just told me, oh, that, like, hey, bro, you got something in your beard. You got something. I'm talking away. Feel what I'm saying? That, bro, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I'm like, dang, should I start like wearing clean shirts? And you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you know, life totally changed, bro. Life totally changed. And shout out to DC Young Fly and Fat and Paid, because we was some of the, yeah, my boy Fat and Paid, bro. That's his name, Fat and Paid. You know what I'm saying? He wild too. He one of the pioneers, bro. He one of the goats. But they kind of like DC Young Fly, he kind of like helped push me because he was already there. And when he seen me coming up, he gave me the assist. Him and Funny Mike. You know what I'm saying? And no cap, bro, when Funny Mike shared my video, I definitely seen the difference. One post, he posted me one time on Facebook. I got 20,000 followers off one post. He is the person like that dominate with the kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right now, and I know that the industry don't realize this, man, them kids don't care about y'all. They don't care about none of y'all, what y'all talking about, who your artist that you pushing, what's your agenda. They care about Funny Mike. My little nephews, my little nieces don't care that I took a picture with whoever. Don't care what movie I was in. Uncle Jermaine, can you call Funny Mike? That's all they know. Bro, listen, every kid, they do not care about who's on your TV, who's on your sitcom, who's on your Netflix. They go into YouTube and they want to watch Funny Mike, bro. They don't care about none of that. Every kid that I meet, and I'm like, in my mind, I done seen this happen before. Like, you know, I done seen on movies when somebody, it's like this big undertaking and people don't understand what's going on. But yeah, bro, like them kids, y'all done. They all they want to do is Funny Mike. You know what I'm saying? But he shared my post and it turned me up. This Kevin Gates stuff like got me on a whole different, bruh. Even Chris Brown started like doing the videos, you know, like liking my posts and sharing my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, hey bro, I gotta say this. Shout out to Chris Breezy, bro. Breezy a real one, bro. Chris Brown a real one. I gotta tell this story. Breezy a real one, bro. I'm talking about we locked in forever. And it ain't just because he light skinned and I'm light skinned, you know what I'm saying? And he got the light skin look like this, like that. You know what? Where I look like the wind blowing in your face, you know what I'm saying? You got to get that down pat when you light skin. But it ain't because we both light skin. You feel me? Like this a real dude. I'm at the Floyd and Pacquiao fight, right? You gonna always hear me say I'm sneaking in. I snuck in. You know what I'm saying? Las Vegas security, what's up? I'm ripping on that right now. Y'all ain't on y'all job. I got past y'all. I did my thing. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm flexing on y'all. But yeah, MGM Grand Security, I snuck in there. What's up? You know, boom. I'm looking for like a little break in the gate. I'm walking around from the outside. They got like the little rails up. I find one. It's like a maze. I'm going through, boom. Ended up around all the celebrities. You know, my homeboy and one of my friends that's a female, they were still outside of the gate. So we ecstatic. Like we over there shaking hands like they like, oh, you got in. You know, we tripped out. I'm telling them like, bro, y'all should have came. Y'all should have came with me. But see, they don't believe. They don't believe like me. Man, I know I drove from Louisiana to Las Vegas in this hot desert, air barely working, barely got money for gas. You know what I'm saying? On faith. At the Floyd fight, I know it's gonna be crazy celebrities. I'm gonna get crazy footage. You know, that's why I'm there. I snuck them in. Now all three of us in. Everybody coming through there, bro. Listen, it's a difference between Chris Brown and regular celebrities, bro. It's a difference. When people was walking through, they was getting out. I was right in the place where they was getting out their cars, going into the Floyd fight and walking, and the paparazzi was set up right there. I was a part of the paparazzi. Mm-hmm. I had my camera. I seen people, you know, get out and everybody like, oh, that's such and such. Take a few pictures. When Chris Brown got out that car, bro, you couldn't see nothing. Camera flashes blinding everything. It just looked like a big light. It was crazy. So much commotion and so many people tried to get to him. This ain't no cap on Big Jesus and Little Jesus. This ain't no cap. He got out that car, he walking. I'm thinking in my head like, man, I wonder do he remember me from IG? I wonder do he remember me from Instagram? Should I say that? No, don't say something. You're gonna look stupid. It's Chris Brown. He ain't worried about you. I took my chance. I took my shot. I got footage of it. It's on YouTube right now. I got footage of this moment. It's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He walking through, cameras flashing, people going crazy, people faint, sweat everywhere. I said, Breezy, this Clutch Williams from Instagram. Swear to God. That boy turned around while all this going on, walked back. Oh, Clutch, what's up, my nigga? Nice to meet you. Chris Brown. Michael Jackson Jr. Chris Bernard Brown shook my hand. Bro, me, my homie, my homegirl, we was done, bro. Like we couldn't, I ain't even want to meet nobody else, bro. And this was crazy. This will let you know. And see, I'm just a dude, like I'm gonna give people their flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like people be calling, oh, he fanned that. You know, he's starstruck. Very. I've been wanting to meet these people my whole life. I ain't got time to play with y'all and act normal. You know what I'm saying? Not enjoy it. I'm acting normal like, yeah, I seen. Nah, bro. Like, real deal. I had just ordered a burger, some nachos. I had a big drink. I had like some candy. It was all behind me on this little table. it's probably still there. I never touched it, bro. Appetite gone, bro. I ain't worrying about none of this food. You feel what I'm saying? And what I didn't know is that my homegirl that was with me, she was recording. She was like, I got it on video. I was like, bro, don't stop playing with me. Like, don't even play with me like that. She was like, no. The lens was a tight lens though, you know? So if it was wider, you could have really seen but you can see exactly what I said, everything in that video. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to that boy Chris Brown, and I got that on video. I got that clip for y'all too. I got the receipts. But man, it was so many celebrities and stuff, like, you know, but I was doing crazy numbers. I'm trending. I got the internet in the chokehold. This Kevin Gates impersonation swept the internet, bro. And this the thing. I don't think that I'm from the right place. I'm associated with the right people to get my flowers for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the country. You know, and when you're from the country, this how they treat us. This how they treat us from Louisiana. If an artist just pop off, say from Atlanta or Detroit, they're in the game. They're a rapper. They're considered one of them people. Us, bro, we got 5, 6, 7 steps that we go to before they start considering us to be like, you feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Raw 49 because he really one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? He really one of them dudes, bro. He really one of them people that they look at like a superstar. That's so hard to accomplish when you're from Louisiana, because when you from Louisiana and you pop out, they just like, oh, okay, yeah, he finna get shot or he finna be in trouble soon. Like we just gonna wait on him to self-destruct. We ain't gotta involve him, and you feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you what I did. I'm gonna tell you what I spearheaded and how important I am to internet comedy. I'm really kind of like the Godfather in a sense, in a certain way. I gotta say this. I gotta be honest about this. And nobody ain't gonna give me this credit. I gotta take it. I gotta take it. Okay, boom. This Kevin Gates character, right? His brand, you know, he a serious dude. He built on morals and principles and respect. So I'm thinking about like, oh, I can't take this joking thing to the point to where it's kind of messing with his brand. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to do nothing to tarnish his image because I'm a fan. You know, I'm a fan. I'm a Kevin Gates fan. He's one of my favorite rappers. So I spent days and weeks trying to think about how could I like kind of cultivate this character into doing something that would help his brand instead of hurting it. Like I can't be doing skits and have a man looking like a cornball because that ain't what his original person is. You feel me? He a cool dude. Women like him. He like a sex symbol, and you know, dudes respect him. So I gotta try to find some way to keep this going. What I came up with is I'm gonna make the character so tough and gangster that he ignorant. You know, he don't know what's going on in the regular world, in the regular scheme of things. He's only focused on being tough. You feel what I'm saying? So you'll see me do a skit to where I'm praying, you know, I'm in the church and I'm, my Lord, you know, if my ops come, man, you know, let me put that iron on them. You know, let me, you know, yeah. You know, Lord, I want to be victorious over all my ops. You know, they ain't gangster as me, Lord. I'm so gangster that I'm gangster in prayer. That was the funny thing. Like, that was the comedic spin that I put on it. I'm gangster at the job interview. I do a skit, you know, at the job interview, like, yeah, you know, I need this little job so I can go, you know, buy me some pounds. I'm trying to sell some pounds, so when I get your money, I'm gonna flip these little pounds. That was the comedians that's popular right now. Most of them have that character as the biggest part of their arsenal. The over-aggressive, super gangster, like that character. In some type of way, I originated that. If you go back and look, 2014, 15, when I first went viral, and people don't even know I was viral way back then, everybody was wearing wigs, dressing like a woman, imitating old people. That was the norm. That was the way that people was being funny. It wasn't no characters like that in 2014 and 2015. Pull it up. You feel what I'm saying? Pull it up. This the truth. On Jesus Chevelle Christ. It wasn't none of them. It wasn't none of them characters. So I know like people ain't gonna give me my props for that. And I ain't trying to make nobody mad because I want to work with all y'all. Everybody that's popping, bro. I love each and every internet comedian. I support them. I watch them. You feel me? But I just gotta take my flowers. Like I spearheaded that. You feel what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong, correct me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just say this. Shout out to Mario the Comic. Shout out to Mario the Comic because his first video was kind of along those lines, but I just hadn't seen it until later on in my career with him saying like, you a hoe out here. That's a big thing in Louisiana. You a hoe out here. That's like a catchphrase. It went crazy. You know what I'm saying? It mean
What,
like
you a ho. What?
you a whole hoe. You know, but the words sound alike. It sound like you saying you a ho.
Yeah.
But man, you a hoe out here. Like you a complete hoe, not half a hoe. You a complete
What's the out ya?
out here.
Oh, okay. You a
That's
whole
how-
hoe out here.
Out here. But you know, when we said, man, you a hoe out here. You feel what I'm saying? Because we don't got time to break out and then come back and say out here, out here. That's easy. You know, black people, our tongue lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just in the barbershop, this dude from the UK. I had said, "Show live." And he was like, wait, what you say? I said, "Show lives." He was like, what does that even mean? I was like, bro, show lives meaning sure is. But we ain't finna break that word down. Show lives. It one word, show lives.
I mean, it's still not, by the way, sure is, still isn't a complete sentence.
Now you see how messed up, bro.
It sure is. Or,
It sure
and you're
is.
still not really saying what it is. You know,
Bro, you feel me? It sure is
Yeah.
to show lives. You know, that's a thing, bro. That's a word in the South. That's how we, you know, everybody that's talking. That's what people say. Yeah, for real, bro. Show live. That's show live.
I'll say it. I'll say y'all. Everyone, you know, when I say, well, you know, are y'all going to dinner? You can see people like in California, like they'll snicker, or if you're up north, you know, and you real, you know, like I'm like, I think did they just laugh at me?
Right,
Like, what did
right.
I say? And then I'm like,
Right.
y'all,
Right,
said
right.
y'all, you know.
Right. I was in the pool in California and we was like playing like dodgeball, and one of the balls got out the pool. So I was paused, but I was looking for it. And I came back to the pool because I couldn't find it. I was like, hey y'all, what the other net? What the other ball at? They was like, what? Hey homie, what you just say, homie? I said, what the other net? Is where is the other one?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for all that. What a net. You know what I'm saying? You see how easy that is? You know what I'm saying? But you know, like that's just, you know, like that's just how we talk. But yeah, bro, like this Kevin Gates stuff changed my life, bro. Changed my life. I'm getting booked. People paying me to post on my page. I'm seeing money I never seen before. You feel what I'm saying? And what's crazy, why I gotta commend him is he ain't never interfered. Like he ain't never send me no cease and desist, or he let me get paid. You know what I'm saying? He could have got on his page and said, hey man, he fake. Y'all stop supporting him or whatever. Man, I done fed my family, other people's family, my little partners. This all came from this. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I gotta commend him, bro, because he let me eat. This changed my life and my family life. All on this man back. What he did, his slang and his, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here imitating. And I imitate a lot of other people. That's all I do. You know what I'm saying? His just took off. I imitate a lot of people, bro. His just went crazy. It just took off. But okay, so boom. That's going on. When it really went to another level, you know, I think at this time I might have like 70, 80,000 followers. When it really went to another level, I got Instagram in a chokehold. You know, Instagram and Facebook, you know, is mine. I monetized my YouTube page. I didn't know you can make money off of it. So I finally monetized it, and it's after I done had hits on YouTube. Finally monetized it. NBA YoungBoy was incarcerated at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I woke up at probably like...
Of course I know that. Of course.
Right. Shout out the top, man. Shout out to the top. his auntie or somebody was going live and recording him getting out of jail. So I screen recorded it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna post this on, Young Boy Free. I'm gonna post it on my page. Same effect as the Kevin Gates stuff. I recorded that video, I put it on my page, and one day it got like 200,000 views. And I was like, dang. Next day, another 200,000 views. I think it's at like 600,000 right now. I seen the check from that. Like I seen what I was finna get paid from that video. And I'm like, I need to find some type of way to incorporate like NBA YoungBoy into my algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Then I got the idea. Oh, I'm doing Kevin Gates. I need to find who impersonates NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying? Boom. One little dude was popping off that talk like him. He can sound just like him. But I called him. I was like, look, bro, I'm popular. I'm doing skits, and I'm trying to see if you want to do some skits with me. His mama got on the phone like, no, you're not about to use him for his talent, and you ain't finna, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm giving them a platform, bro.
Yeah, he can use the same material. We'll both use the same content.
Come on, bro. Yeah, she's like, you ain't finna try to use my baby. Boom. I said, cool.
He's using me. Facts.
I'm finna put him on. Now, this other little dude, his name 334 Lil Peanut. I had seen some 334 because 334 is Alabama. You know? So he put his area code. That's why, like, if you look at my YouTube, it's Clutch 318 Money.
I understand the area code. Yeah. I'm just saying peanut.
Right. 334 Lil Peanut. You know what I'm saying? Recipes my dog. I call him. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm trying to man, where you at? I'm coming tonight. Right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming right now. So I'm like, oh, okay, this little dude hungry. He really want it. You feel what I'm saying? But he was just young, So I got on the phone with his mama, and she was like, well, I got to meet you. And
how old is this guy?
He probably about like 15 or 16 at the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She was like, well, I got to meet you, and, I want to talk to you and see this, and that. I drove all the way to Alabama from Louisiana. It's probably like an 8-hour drive. I drove to Alabama. He from Union Springs. It's real deal. When I got there, his community was there. I just thought it was going to be his mama. Man, I'm talking about the yard man, the preacher, the electricity man, the mechanic. Everybody was waiting on me to pull up. When I pulled up, I had to shake everybody's hand. Everybody got a chance to ask me that question. When you bringing him back? What you going to do with him? Blase. They really protected this little dude, bro. They loved him. They were scared to let him go with me. You feel what I'm saying? He got in the car, did what I liked about him. I was buying food, and I didn't know his mama had gave him some money, but he came out his pocket with all the money. He was like, man, look, this my mama gave me, bro. You can have it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, that's crazy. Like, kids don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what let me know I was dealing with a genuine dude. You feel what I'm saying? So we get to Louisiana. We finna do our first skit. We shopping for clothes and stuff to do the skit with. He was like, bro, we ain't gonna post no video. We gonna post a pic. And I was like, nah, bro. Not understanding, okay, he young. He on to some stuff that I may not know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? As far as like internet comedian, he had his own little wave going. His pictures were going viral. I was just all about videos. Yeah. We took a picture. We posted the picture, bro. Shut the internet down. You got to realize, YoungBoy the biggest star in the world. Mm-hmm. He the biggest star in the world. He do more numbers. He the biggest star in the, Bro, this picture was everywhere. I'm seeing myself get to new platforms that I was trying to get on that I wasn't on at first. I'm like, oh yeah, this YoungBoy character is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So, once again, YoungBoy a serious dude. So I'm telling Peanut, I'm like, hey bro, look, don't do no skits or nothing that this man gonna feel like is an insult, bro. We ain't trying to disrespect nobody. You feel what I'm saying? We just trying to do what we doing, but we ain't trying to hurt what they doing, trying to help ourselves. You feel me? It's wrong at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm monitoring like his content, but he did a couple of little videos. I had to say, hey bro, take that down, bro. We ain't doing that, And that's just me. And I'm just putting that out there for people that don't know. how that situation was ran and how I move. I ain't about disrespecting nobody, bro, because I don't want nobody disrespecting me, because I'm willing to go there if you do it. I'm willing to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, we super viral. We dropping videos. My YouTube page went from like 30,000 subscribers to like 200,000.
You were at 70 last time.
70 is when I posted it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was at 30,000. I posted the YoungBoy getting out of jail. It got me to 70,000.
Right.
Peanut, our videos took me from 70,000 to like 200,000.
Okay.
Feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the money these videos generating, bro. It's unbelievable. I ain't never seen this type of money in my life. You know, I ain't never seen this type of...
This is Instagram?
YouTube.
Okay, YouTube.
You know, we was making the videos on Instagram and just posting them on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, I'm looking like, man, I don't even know what to do with $20,000. Right. And I swear to God, bro, I'm like, man, people ain't finna send me that for real. This a game, bro. Ain't no way they finna let me get $20,000 for making a video.
Yeah, they're gonna take something out. They're gonna take 40. They're gonna take 50%.
Yeah, bro. Like it's a hoax. It's a hoax, because I know they ain't finna let me go buy all this jewelry and do it. They ain't finna let me do that, man. Real deal, bro. Like, when I say, man, I start seeing checks, bro, like, from YouTube, me and Peanut turned. We turned. He got 600 pair of tennis shoes at my house. He buying them every day. We in the mall, he buying stuff off people's foot. He like, hey, bro, I like them. Take that off. He'll give you $200. You know what I'm saying? Save your money, bro. Y'all save your money. I just want to let y'all know.
Yeah, I was
don't do that,
what
bro.
What are you doing?
Don't do that. Like for real, bro. Save your money, because your money gonna save you. Business. Start businesses. Start businesses. The richest people are not the people that made the most money in the NBA. The richest people are the people that open the most businesses with the money they made from the NBA. Feel what I'm saying? Magic Johnson and Shaq and people like this, they're great businessmen. It ain't about getting a $200 million contract if you finna spend it all. You know what I'm saying? You made $200 million and you gave Rolls Royce and Lamborghini $100 million. You know, now they went to the NBA. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, bro, save your money, because we did a lot of, man. I'm getting checks for like 30,000. I'm like, hey, Peanut, we gonna save this. You know, we gonna take 15,000 and just go out of town and blow it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing special. We eating and buying clothes and, you know what I'm saying, paying for everybody food and seeing people on the street and getting them $20 and $60 and $100. You know what I'm saying? Like, real deal, bro. I made some serious money, bro. Some life-changing money on YouTube. I should be doing a lot better than what I am right now. It's hurtful. I don't even want to talk about it. I ain't putting no numbers out there. I ain't bringing no numbers up. I ain't even gonna do that. I'm just tell y'all, save your money, bro. Save your money. You're gonna cry. It gonna hurt you. Save it. Now, me and Peanut, bro, phenomenon. We took over the internet, bro. When I say we ran it on Jesus Chevelle Christ, when nobody else getting no motion. We on every blog. We on every page, shade room, everything, every day. Every video we drop. Now we bringing in more characters. We bring it Kodak Black lookalike. Everybody that was hitting me up, they was auditioning in my inbox. Hey, bro, I look like Rod Wave. Please put me on a skit. Man, where you at? I'm in Texas. We gassing up, going to get them. You know what I'm saying? We on tour, bro. Finding lookalikes. I got this whole like SNL. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my niece, Day Day, because she portrayed.
Your niece isn't really named Day Day.
My niece named Day Day. Real deal. Shout out my is my brother Boo Boo. Her uncle is my brother Boo Boo niece. That's my niece Day Day. And my bro is named Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? His real name Rock Kendrick Clay, but you know that we call him Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? So, and shout out to my dog, shout out to Boo Boo. But my niece, Day start playing Jania Michelle, YoungBoy baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So I had they little saga going on. You feel what I'm saying? And it was just like, bro, it was going crazy. It was everywhere. We was trending everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? So with that, I didn't know like I started, me and Peanut started like bumping heads. Nothing serious, but like he'll just, okay, young boy got dreads. You got dreads. This is a part of your costume. We need this. He'll just run off and cut his hair off. That take you a year to get to this length.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, why would you cut your hair while we doing skits? I don't know. So we just start bumping heads on, stuff like that, bro. And me not realizing like he's a lot younger than me. I'm just expecting him to know. You feel what I'm saying? And like, bro, I'm talking like petty stuff. He go in the kitchen and eat my last piece of my burger or something. We fall out. We argue. Bro, why you ate my burger, bro? All the stores were closed. I'm hungry. I ate it. We falling out over stuff like that, bro. You feel me? Not nothing physical. We ain't disrespecting each other. We just bumping heads like having arguments because he really like my little brother. He living with me. I'm raising him. You feel what I'm saying? His mama love me to death. His mama, he done moved in with me at this point.
Is he going to school?
He not. He not. But
High school, that's over.
At this time, nah, he got his GED.
Oh, okay.
He had his GED.
Right.
So he living with me at this point. He's staying with me. His mama called me like, yeah, keep him down there with you because it ain't nothing but trouble here. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm trying my best to do just that. She trying to really look out for him. So, bro, we fell out because this how simple it was. This how crazy it was. We was at the store. We got something to eat, and I asked him, did he want a drink? And he was like, nah. I was like, well, I'm finna get a Coke, bro. You sure you don't want nothing to drink? He was like, nah, I'm straight on the drink. You know what I'm saying? He got waters at the house. I'll get a water. So I put Coke, and it's bad. Coke is bad for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Coke, man, I got a problem, bro. And I need some help, man. I need somebody to help me fix this, bro. I can't stop drinking Coke, bro. And I go to Sprite for about 2 days. I'm right back with the Coke, bro.
This is the best one out of the fountain Coke.
Yes.
Not out of the bottle. Out of the fountain.
Both.
If I see like a fountain one, I'll drink the fountain one.
And man,
I don't like them out of the bottle.
The fountain. Shout out to Dairy Queen, man. Dairy Queen, that Coke out of that Dairy Queen fountain. Lord Jesus. Man, that soda so fire, bro. And you know the soda fire when you drink it and you gotta look at it. Like you trying to figure out what's wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Get you another hit. Make you say a cuss word. God. Man, that soda from Dairy Queen so fire, but I got my Coke in the freezer. I'm thinking about it all day. Like, man, when I get home, I'm slaughter that Coke. Coke in the freezer. I get home, it's this much enough. You know what I'm saying? He and I said, Peanut, bro, you drunk my Coke, bro? Bro, I was thirsty, bro. I ain't had nothing to drink. We arguing. I just asked you, did you want something? And you said, nah, you done went and drunk my soda. Feel what I'm saying? He was like, bro, I'm tired of you, bro. You always complain about everything. Me not knowing he young. He really don't understand, like, you feel me, like boundaries as it pertains to people's stuff.
Yeah.
He got mad at me. He went home. He went home. So I'm like he on my mind every day because he done told me about stuff that happened while he was out there, and I just didn't like it, and I didn't feel like it was safe, So I was trying to keep him down there with me because he's a superstar in Louisiana. And before he dropped the video, I told him, I was like, bro, you've been doing these pictures and videos for your fans in Alabama. Wait until I introduce you to my Louisiana fan base. It's going to go crazy. I told him, I said, by Christmas, you're going to have 50,000 followers. By Christmas, he had 120,000. Got bigger than me. He popping more than me. Because, YoungBoy is the new high dude. So he, rock star, bro. This how crazy it was. We was shooting a movie called Christmas at the Grey Horse Inn. This a Hallmark movie. I'm a cameraman. I work with films. We shooting Christmas at the Grey Horse Inn. We is in this place is like a time travel portal. no disrespect, nothing but white folks, bro. White people everywhere. I'm talking about, not like you. Like, I'm talking about real white people. Like, you feel, and I ain't saying you a fake white person, but I'm saying, like, you a cool, I'm doing your podcast. Right. You feel me? Like, so you can't be too messed up about, you feel me? Like, you cool, bro. You just bought me food and.
What about, like, you mean like Colby?
No. No, I'm talking about like, hey, 6 o'clock. By 6:30, you need to be out of here.
Right.
We're not going to put up with you and your loud music. I'm talking about them.
Yeah.
People got on overalls and hats. This for real. They still got, they pulling up downtown, jumping out the back of trucks. You feel what I'm saying? The dog in the truck. You know what that is when they got the shotgun behind them?
Yeah.
And the dog in the truck? Them. We there. It's in North Carolina. Some part of North Carolina, but we shooting this scene for the parade. It's like 3 or 4 like Caucasian girls on the back of this truck, right? They seen Peanut and lost it. They was like, oh my God, that's the dude that do YoungBoy, blase. Man, when I tell you these people was looking at them so crazy, like instantly made them shut up. Like they instantly like looked at them like with a look, they got quiet. Like, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. But they took their phones out and started running towards Peanut to take pictures, and the dude stopped them. And, I seen the, dude in the overalls over there explaining to him, like, talking to him, like, so I'm like, oh, they got in trouble for that. They got in trouble because they weren't talking to us. When we was filming, we was going to restaurants and eating, bro. They, looking at us, checking us out. They weren't talking to us. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't got no problem with it. It is what it is. Way of the world. But shout out to people like you, bro. That's when that wasn't no diss. When I said real white people, I mean like bro, we didn't accept you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You our kinfolk and stuff, bro. You our people now. You feel me? Like you ain't even gotta worry about, bro. You at the cookout, bro. You feel me? Like, so like. Yeah, bro. Like this dude was real deal turned into a, like he was a rock star, bro. And so he left and he called me. He was like, hey, Clutch, bro, I'm ready to come back, bro. I'm ready for you to come get me. You know what I'm saying? I'm being stubborn. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm doing something right now, bro. I'm gonna call you back. Knowing I'm happy that he said he ready to come back. Cause we finna do these skits, we finna get some more money. It's finna go up. I'm happy he said it, but I'm just acting nonchalant. Like I ain't true. Like, bro, hey, I'm gonna call you back, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you don't just get to call me back.
Right. You feel me?
Snap your fingers and say, come get me.
Right. That's what I'm like. Yeah, bro, whatever. Man, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, and a dude come in and was like, man, you heard about what happened to Peanut? I was like, man, come on, man. I click on Instagram, all down my timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like, the YoungBoy Impersonator, passed away. YoungBoy Impersonator got killed. He got shot. Bro, I can't even explain like the pain and the guilt, bro, that I felt. You know what I'm saying? For him being back at home for something so petty, and I lost him. And I felt responsible for him because I was the male figure in his life. He was learning so much stuff that I told him when he first came to live with me, he didn't understand. But now we having these conversations and he's saying, oh, bro, I see why you stay in the house all the time. Oh, I see why you don't talk to that dude. Oh, I see why you don't go here. Bro, I see why you don't go out to clubs. He getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, I protect myself, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be, letting one of these, because I feel like this. You can get a new pair of shoes. You can get a white pair of shoes. You walking everywhere except the mud. You're going to avoid the mud at all costs. But you will go take yourself and throw yourself up in the club where this person high off that person high off that, he miserable, his girlfriend just broke up with him. You will put yourself in all that chaos.
And they're haters.
Come on, bro. They don't like you. They don't like you, especially if you having a little motion. So how you treat your shoes better than yourself? You feel me? When you get a new TV or you get something, you lock it up in your house. You know, you don't open the door, you don't leave the window open. You gonna make sure people can't get to that. So why are you so exposed as a human and you more valuable than anything? Why are you putting yourself in these type of predicaments? You feel me? So I used to always preach that to him because he just was like, man, why you don't never go nowhere? You stay up in the house, bro, I'm working. I'm on this computer. I'm trying to get rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that broke me, bro. Like that took me to like a low that and what's crazy, I was losing my mama. You know, like my mama was on her deathbed. You know what I'm saying? Peanut was there with me, you know, helping me do whatever I was doing. You know what I'm saying? He helping me. I'm fixing my mama this kind of drink and this medicine and doing. He there with me through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? He came to the funeral, you know, because he was finna leave then, but he stayed because my mama was sick. And he was like, man, I'm gonna help you out. You feel me? And I got people that you know I know way longer than him that didn't offer that type of help. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't no problem, but I'm just saying he chose to. So like, bro, I really love this little dude like my son. You know what I'm saying? And then I get on the internet, bro, and this was hurtful. This was hurtful. Clutch Williams sacrificed 334 Lil Peanut. Like Clutch had him knocked off. He was a Illuminati sacrifice. Like I'm reading all this stuff, bro. And like I know people just be putting that up there for fun, but bro, that's hurtful, bro. When it's somebody you love and somebody you care about, you know, to see that, like people accusing you. Everywhere I look, I'm getting messages and all kind of like hate mail and people just writing like, yeah, you, how I sacrifice somebody, I'm still in the trenches. Mm-hmm. Why if I sacrifice him, why I ain't at the Met Gala and I ain't in Hollywood and why, you know, like, bro, I'm still in the trenches. How is that possible? You feel what I'm saying? What I sacrificed them for, you know? But like, bro, that's just crazy, bro. Like, I ain't even on that level for them to be even talking about nothing like that pertaining to me. You feel what I'm saying? So like, that me losing him and then having to turn around and go through that and shout out the Miss Sharonda, YoungBoy, NBA YoungBoy mama. You know, she came to the funeral. I think YoungBoy helped pay for the funeral or something, if I'm not mistaken. But they definitely like showed their support to Peanut. You feel what I'm saying? I just thought that was some of the realest stuff he could have ever did. You know what I'm saying? And people broadcast so much bad stuff about NBA YoungBoy. You never hear nobody tell them stories like that, like what he do in that regard. You feel what I'm saying? But shout out to them for that. You know what I'm saying? And his mama, bro, she a beautiful person. I love Miss Sharonda, bro. Like Peanut was so ecstatic to have this woman's phone number. I used to fuss at him. Hey, boy, stop calling that woman phone. But Miss Sharonda she'll stay on the phone with him for 3 hours. If he wanted to talk, he'll just call this woman. You know, he just geeked up at this NBA YoungBoy mama. He'll call this woman and just be on the phone with her. He playing YoungBoy music, talking to her over the music. I'm like, bro, you got too much going on, man. That woman ain't got time to be. But she was always sweet to him, bro. She was always nice to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her because that was something big for him. That was huge that he even had the chance to associate her, you know, talk to her. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. So after the whole internet, you know, after the whole internet wave, I kind of stopped doing videos after that, you know. After Peanut passed, it wasn't the same for me, you know. So I lost some motivation. So I started back filming. I started back doing movies, you know. So now I'm taking over Tubi. You know what I'm saying? So I got like 4 films on Tubi right now. But like and that's the way, bro. People sleeping on Tubi, man. y'all better stop treating Tubi like it's some secondary. It's the, it's the new stuff. Like I was just saying earlier about Funny Mike and that undertaking. Like that's what Tubi doing, bro. Like Tubi is huge. Coach Prime, he's smart. He could have went to all these other networks and he chose Tubi and put his new show on Tubi. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I'm doing right now, bro. I'm writing films, and I'm motivated to do movies, even though I'm back doing the skits. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff that's coming too. I got a lot of stuff that's in the making, and I got a movie that's about to come out right now called Blame Her on Tubi. It's a mob. It's kind of like this mob thing, and I just want to say this. I really don't like to see black people like do the mob movies, because like Martin Scorsese is so brilliant with that. Like Goodfellas and all that, bro. Like them the best movies ever. Like, bro, can't nothing top them movies, bro. So like, I just want, like, I just had to try my hand at it, because I'm such a big fan of that, and I feel like the success in the mob movies with people like Martin Scorsese is the fact that, like, people that got tempers in the movie, they're not loud. The bad people are not loud. Like, what's my man name that played
Al Pacino?
No, not Al Pacino. He got the scene, the iconic scene when he was at the table and asking up, like, you think I'm funny? So what are you saying? I'm this funny guy?
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Feel what I'm saying? He's not loud.
Yeah.
He just, you tick him off, and it's,
Or Robert De Niro, same thing. He never yells at all.
Right.
He's smoking a cigarette and he just looks at him. You can see it in his face, like he's deciding, yeah, I'm gonna kill that dude.
That's right. That's the difference between a white person mob movie and a black person. Because black people, when they get mad in the movie, it's loud and I'm screaming and I'm raw. But the cold thing about Martin Scorsese and Joe Pesci and them is like his temper is kind of like, okay, got you, bet. Yeah, I'll see you later. Yeah. I think that's
he wants you to drop your guard and think everything's okay.
Right, that's the difference.
Kill you 3 days later when you walk out of your house.
Come on, bro. That's the difference.
What's that? I want to say, I forget which is which, but it's like that's the difference between a psychopath. So I think it is a psychopath and a sociopath. A psychopath. So a sociopath gets upset. So if you bump into a sociopath in a bar, he gets into an argument with you, and you end up having a fight right then. You bump into a psychopath in a bar. He says, "Oh, okay," and he walks outside. He follows you home. He goes and gets a gas can. He burns your whole house down with your whole entire family in it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like he's angry, but he's in control of his emotions. He'll take his time until he can do complete damage, as opposed to getting into just a fist fight.
That's me. That's me. Like
I'm gonna take care of this.
Right.
It's gonna be later.
That's me, bro. Because I want to get you in the best way possible. Like I don't want this to be a lousy job where I kind of I shoot and I miss, or I want to get you, and that takes time. You know what I'm saying? That takes time, bro. Like for real, bro. Dudes done like played on my top with my old lady before. You feel me? Or girls in the past that it done took me 5 years to get my lick back. I'm 5 years, bro. I'm working my move and all doing. I gotta get you though. I got to have you. You know what I'm saying? I'm that person. I'm patient enough to to do that. So that's crazy. You made you differentiated between that, because I never understood that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what
reactive.
What do you learn stuff like that? Like.
I had written a book about. I wrote a book about not serial killers. I wrote a book about a guy who was a pathological liar, and it talks about the antisocial disorder. And he talks about the difference between between psychopaths and sociopaths. Like, they're very similar, except for very slight changes in their brain chemistry. And one of them is like they both have kind of like the same.
Right.
They're both angry. They both want to get revenge. One is reactive, and one is like, okay. Yeah. And he just walks away, and you're like, yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, 3 days later, you know, your house is on fire, he kills you and everybody around you, you know, burns your whole house down. You're like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah, that's great. Question for you, real quick. What made you want to do this, like the podcast? Or
I was writing I just learned that I really liked writing stories. And I just liked writing stories in prison, and I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed listening to the guys tell their stories.
Yeah, because that's a big thing. We call it Josin in Louisiana. Josin, like a Jose. You feel me? Like when you telling stories and you running up, we just Josin. Like we telling stories, making the time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will call like, bro, what y'all doing? Man, ain't nothing up, just over here Josin. Everybody telling their story. You feel me? Because that's how I go down. Somebody say, yeah, bro, I jacked old boy for 20,000. 20? Man, we hit a lick for 100. Then somebody else jumped in, try $500,000. We, you know, Josin. We just running ups. But yeah, that's a big thing in jail, bro. That's what it's based off.
I remember I was sitting like in the rec yard at like a table and I realized like me and a couple guys had been talking, just listening to one guy's story and for an hour and a half and another guy for an hour, whatever it was. And everybody's kind of, you know, talking and I just remember thinking to myself, like, well, if I could get paid for this, like this is really what you need to be able to get paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I started writing all these guys' stories, these true crime stories, because these guys had amazing stories, but they couldn't write their stories. It's if not anything against them, but the truth is, it's very difficult to write your own story because you don't see yourself the way you really are. Like my image of me is not what other people see.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You wanted Joe Rogan, then, bro. Quit playing with yourself.
So I start writing these guys' stories, and it's funny too. I'd say about 30% of them were not happy with the stories. When they're done, they're like, "Yo, bro, I don't like the way you said this. You described me as this. You said it." And it's like, okay, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this one guy, Doug Dodd, I described him as basically, I said he was upper class white trash. You know, like
gave it to him raw.
Yeah, and he was like, "That's fucked up, bro." I was like, well, "What do you think white trash is?" And he's like, "Well, you know, like people that live in trailer parks." I go, "Okay, well, no, wait a minute." I said, or a trailer. I said, not trailer park. You're saying one, is there a specific? And I was like, this place right here. I said, this told me about this fight. I go, where was that? He's like, was in a double wide trailer, right? You were living in a double wide trailer. Yeah, but my mom lived in a double wide. I was like, yeah, well, you were a fucking kid. Right. You lived with your mother. Right. What about here? What was this scene? Up. That was a single wide trailer. What about this? Single wide trailer. What about this? What about where your buddy used to live? Oh, that was a trailer park. What about when your buddies used to have a big party?
And he can't see that.
He can't see it. And then I'm sitting there, listen, bro, your mother, who was a waitress, caught your father, who was a manager of a fucking shitty diner, fucking one of his waitresses in the family Camaro in the driveway of the double wide. Bro, I said, I'm sorry, you're white trash. I mean, I'm not trying to, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not your fault. Yeah. You're white trash. Like
hot white trash.
Right. Like it's not your fault. You were born into it.
Another white trash, bro. Top of the totem pole.
You were born into it. It's not your fault. You're going to break out of it. But you didn't. At this time, you were deep in it. Yeah, deep in it. Like you were just shy of a mullet. That's it.
Joe Dirt.
But there's exactly. But there's lots of guys that, and listen, he lived in like this little fucking town of like. It wasn't even Newport Richie. It was like outside of Newport. Oh, Hudson, Florida, which is, you know, it's all fucking trailer parks. I mean, it's strip clubs, pawn shops, trailer parks. So anyway, but yeah, he was up like there. Everybody, lots of guys that I did stories about, they were upset. They just were, and I was. But then here's what would happen. Just like a lot of our thumbnails and titles and stuff, people get upset when they first come out. Yo, bro, you said this and this and this. Well, you were a disbarred attorney. Yeah, but I don't like that you put it in the title. Okay,
right.
Well, and if it was your choice, that might mean something. If it's your podcast, like you call it whatever you want. We're trying to get people to click on the video.
Right.
So lots of people get upset, but here's what happens: is that a week later, they come back and they go, "Yo, bro, so many people have reached out to me." And, you know, they love my fucking story and they love this and they love that. And by the way, I'm sorry that I fucking texted you and told you that was fucked up and that was wrong. I'm sorry about that.
Right.
You did the right thing. I thought about it. And same thing with the stories. Guys would take the stories. I'm upset. I don't like it. I don't like that you fucking said we were a part of the cartel. You went into Mexico and met with the cartel. I didn't say you were a part of the cartel. I said you were working. You made it sound like we were. You said we were a link in the chain. You were importing from the cartel,
facts.
talking with cartel, shipping with the cartel. You were caught. The indictment talks about the cartel, that you were working with the cartel. This isn't me. This is you as attorney. Like I get, but it makes it sound like we were dangerous. That's not true. Like So the point is that they would get upset, but then then their buddies start reading the story, and next thing you know, they're like,
now you got somebody that agree, that see them the same way as you painted them in the story,
and they're like, you're right. It's I see it now, and nobody wants to hear that. It's like when people say, the first time I read an article about myself that said, called me a con man. Well, I've never been so fucking offended in my life. You don't know me. I'm not a con man. And then you read the whole article. Now I look back and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Bro,
I did manipulate that person. I did lie to that person. I did. Before you know it, con man. You're a con man.
I just had that talk with my daughter on the way over. I was telling her the same thing. Like I was telling her, like, to be accepting of like the charges that people put on you most times, because it's true. You feel what I'm saying? Before you find a way to try to disconnect yourself from it, try to see if the shoe fit first.
Yeah.
You got to try it on first to see.
You're better off leaning into it, apologizing for it, than trying to deny it.
Right.
By denying it, now guess what? You're a con man and you're a liar.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like
you feel what I'm saying?
Or you're a thief and you're lying about it. At least if you said, damn, you got me. I stole that. I fucked up. I don't know why I stole it. I stole it because I thought you would notice it. I needed the, or maybe I didn't even need the fucking money, but it was available. I didn't think you'd notice it. I figured, hey, I'm about to make a come up for $200 and I'm going to steal it. I'm an asshole.
Even with like me getting famous the way that I got famous with the Kevin Gates stuff, and people's like, oh man, you riding this man wave, or you own it, bro. Yes, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I'm a fan, and you ain't gonna say that to Will Smith when he played Muhammad Ali, and you ain't gonna say that to Jamie Foxx when he played Ray. You feel what I'm saying? They just doing it on the film, and I'm just doing it in a different type of film. It's videos, but bro, I'm a Kevin Gates fan. Whatever you want to call me, because people on TikTok be calling me Kevin Fence. You know what I'm saying? Or they be calling me Kevin Weight. Because he in shape now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, I'm still big. But bro, I don't, man.
You're at the beginning of your fitness journey.
Yeah. Facts, bro. Like for real.
I love that.
For real. I'm at the beginning. But I just did I'm in like the last 2 weeks of my 90-day push-up challenge. You know what I'm saying? But the push-ups didn't work in the areas I thought that, I thought it was gonna work. My shoulders, my arms, chest a little bit, but I'm still, built like an egg. But I gotta, I'm finna do a 90-day sit-up challenge. Sit-ups for 90 days and see what that do for me. But yeah, bro, I'm big on accountability, bro. That's the biggest thing. Like, that's the biggest thing with me. Accountability, bro. Like that's what I'm talking about all day. You feel me? I just feel like that's the best thing for growth, for success, for communication, for everything. You feel me?
Nobody wants to take accountability.
Yeah. Even with church people. Like even with church people, bro, you done talked in tongues, spit and cried and flipped over tables and did all this, but when it's time to take your lick, you can't do it. That's what God is concerned about more than anything. Can you be responsible for your actions? Forget all the stuff. Forget all that other stuff. Like, that don't even matter. Who cares if you went to church 90 times this year, but somebody tell you about something, you get mad. You missed a spot. No, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? You got all this pride, and you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, and you said you wrote a book too, and I got me and my daughter got a children's book. It's called Kennedy and the Dollar, and it was number 14 on the bestseller list, and it went it was number 1 in the genre for children's books on Amazon. You know, they did a whole little, the news hit me up. I didn't even know. The news station in my city hit me up. Was like, hey, did you know you and your daughter's book is #1 on Amazon and number 14 on the best? I'm like, for real? They was like, yeah. So they did a story, story with us on the news. And what's crazy is we wrote the book. I gave her a speech like, hey, look, it's our first book. Might not do nothing.
Yeah.
It might not, it's our first book. So it might not have no success. And boom, our first book did great, did amazing. You know what I'm saying? And we got another one that's finna come out called The Ladybug and the Blue Bear. And we both artists, like we draw, I do paintings and I do, I'm working on a wall right now, actually. And
A wall?
Yeah, a wall. Me and my homie, Macho Loke, he a rapper, Money Making Macho. We got a building that we bought and we just filling the walls with paintings of celebrities. We both artists. So we just sticking as many celebrities in there, as
Mural.
possible. You're right, murals. You know what I'm saying? So we working on that right now.
Hey, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified videos just like this. Also, please share the video. Also, we're gonna leave all. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Clutch 318 Money.
We're gonna leave Clutch 3180.
Clutch 318 Money.
318 money. My God. We're going to leave Clutch 318 money, the YouTube channel link in the description. So you can just go in the description, click on the link. It'll shoot you right there. So, follow and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Also, please consider joining our Shorts channel and our Clips channel. Thank you very much. See ya.